No, where's that? Good. Now let me. This is good. Here we go. So, actually, just to make sure, is everyone good to start?
I am.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, hey. Hi, Cheesecake.
Hey, currently
okay.
making pizza, so I'll be swooping in and out.
Mamma mia.
It's good. I'll be starting with Jebabu. Okay. So basically what happened last session is there was a long, lengthy, varied conversation in Oscarval between Nornalus, the Blue Ravens, and then I'd say there was also other people involved too, obviously, like first and part of Golier and Stokap. And also mildly to some extent Claire was involved. She didn't speak that much. She had like one little thing she mentioned. But yeah. There was otherwise, what occurred was Yugdrill has mostly just been kind of chilling. Potentially working on something. I forget if that was actually Yugdrill, was there anything specific you were doing?
Beating the evil out the armor.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. I was about to okay, yeah. I should probably went I guess besides okay, besides well, that would be probably a thing, yeah. When you're beating it, what are you doing with the substance that's comes out of it?
I'm in a giant, essentially like empty swimming pool with the stuff like on the floor.
Oh yeah,
I don't really need to do anything with it.
Oh yeah, you're still there. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot you didn't go back. Okay, so you're out there. All right. Abaddon is in camp. What are you saying, camp? They're in the fuel, and I would say that Jebabu had briefly decided, just to confirm, Jebabu, you did, yeah, actually, confirm. Jebabu had just gone with some centaurs to go investigate some of the stuff the small Rimerizers had dug up during their party's initial fight with Skeenik, and Jebabu came with. What we're starting with is Jebabu unearthing the, I guess, opening the box, finding some gemstones of sorts, or I say gemstones, some items of worth, along with a note. And we'll begin with that. Okay. So Jebabu, the centaurs kind of look around you. They're kind of looking back and forth. They might have seen something in this, since you're not quite sure, but at least one of them seems interested in what you found. You're not 100% sure they can read. Can you read? Just a confirmation.
Can I read?
Can you read?
Let me double check. I think so. Would this be in common? I can definitely read giant. Let me double check. Yeah, I got common.
I'd say that this is in common.
It's Elvish, not a speech only.
Okay.
You said it's it's common. Okay.
It is in common. There's some writing aspects that look like they're using maybe some aspects of Druidic, not enough to mean anything different. Just some of the letters will curve a little ways. In certain ways, they're similar to how Druidics were written. But it's clear it's written in common. So, as you kind of read it, oh sorry, actually, sorry, go on.
Yeah. I'm Jebabu's reading it, and his face turns very, very, very grave, and then let me just reread real quick. Nothing good. And then he gets towards the end, and then he's really surprised. He kind of squints his eyes, looks at the paper again, and after shortly after he's done reading. Are these just who's with me? Centaurs? Anybody
Yeah,
like note?
I'd say one of the centaurs would be what's her name? I'd say
Bam.
one of the centaurs would be Skinhoof. Skinhoof, I'd say.
You know, okay. All right, I'm gonna turn to them. Finish what you must here. I'm going back to Thule. I must talk to your leader.
That seems fine by me. But there's
And
something
I'm
you
gonna.
should wait. Before you
Sorry,
go,
continue.
could you look in that direction? And they point eastward. Roll perception.
Yes. Okay. And I do have Eagle Eye from Barbarian.
Okay. You can see it looks to be there's some figure, humanoid figure that's kind of large, and there's a smaller figure on their back. And they're greenish, or at least one of them's greenish. I think the I think the larger one's definitely greenish. When I see the other ones on their back, they're more so like sitting on their shoulder.
Okay.
And it's hard to really make out because they're so far away, but as you kind of like look at them, you kind of breathe in and out, and your kind of senses are, kind of acting again after reading that thing. You kind of realize you kind of notice something. You're starting to get a presence of what you think might be the fire of Surtur coming from that direction.
Okay. The green. Does it look like on one of our journeys to Thule, there were some orcs, I believe, that were to the east of Thule. Does it look like one of those? Does it look like the big guy is one of those guys?
It could be an orc, but you don't. It's hard to tell. You're not confident you easily recognize either of them. They could easily be from that like overall group, but they might not have been in the grouping that you saw. You're not confident, but they're seeming to move in a direction that looks like they're coming towards you, but they could be going at a slant.
Okay.
And the big one is at least size class large.
Gotcha. And how far away are they right now?
Like at least a mile. Like you can kind of probably a little more of that. You can kind of barely make them out.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to Thule. Abaddon's at Thule too, right?
Yes.
Abaddon and Yugdil are around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Around this time, you're far away, but Abaddon, you have a higher degree of fire of Surtur, so you'd be able to detect this better.
Okay.
Something as you kind of building about Abaddon, and I'm not sure if you can hear me right now.
I can.
Can you? Okay, good, you can. You would start to like get a sense of something. And as you do it, you realize you can kind of I'd say, well, first of all, probably a little bit before Jevabu left, you'd start to sense a presence of the Fire of Surtur from the south. Then, a little later, you'd also start to sense a presence of the Fire of Surtur to your northeast.
So from two separate positions, or
Yes.
did they move? Oh, okay.
Two separate positions.
So south and northeast.
Yes.
How intense are they? Like, do I notice that it's like a lot of fire starter, or is it more just like?
It's not a lot. It's either group is not a significant. It's not a huge amount, but it's invested. It wasn't like immediate. It was kind of like casual to notice it, I'd say. It's
Okay.
possible one. You're not sure which one has more power, or if one's like dulled in some way. You're not quite confident.
Okay. I'll keep note of that and write it down somewhere. And
Okay.
maybe keep an eye out on it.
All right. Okay. So as time passes, I'd say that the presence of the stuff to the south kind of dwindles, and it seems like it might be getting farther away from you. Okay. Eventually, Jevabu, you return to the camp, or I guess the fuel. Where do you start with?
I'd probably go to the leader's tent first.
Okay. And on the way back down, you would.
Actually, no. I'd find Abaddon first.
Okay. By the way, on the way
Something
back,
even
you
worse
would. You would see that Yugdrill's out doing something near Skeek, I'd say, well, as you go down. Seeming to try to drain that armor.
Yeah, he wouldn't see me because remember, it's like completely walled in.
Not from like the top.
I don't think he'd be able to see me from the top. He'd have to like come over and look inwards because I did say I was in it.
He's a lot taller than the average person, but I'd
be able to see and recognize the structure he made too, right?
I thought the structure he made. Oh wait, did you make a structure in the pit? I didn't realize you made one in the pit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd say that since it's just north of the settlement, I'd say that probably the centaurs would have moved if you're traveling down with them, or if you're traveling probably sooner than they would. Actually, you said you go down alone, so I guess the centaurs would kind of probably stay a little bit in that position for a little longer before going back down. But actually, let me rephrase it. Jevabu, would you get close enough to the structure to have close enough to Skeek to have noticed anything? Or do you just kind of like go around it and just go back to town? Yeah, not the best framework, but yeah, I was just trying to see if you possibly would have noticed Yugdrill. Yeah, okay. You kind of swerve around that area. Okay, all right. You go straight to Abaddon. Abaddon, it's about like at this point probably like I don't know, like 2 or 3 p.m. or something, maybe a little bit before then. What are you currently doing as Jevabu finds you?
Abaddon is kind of sitting. He's still sitting at the little shrine he made. He's got his eyes closed and he's mumbling something to himself. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Abaddon.
Yeah. How are you doing, mate? What's up?
I feel a Fire of Surtur presence, or I saw. Well, I felt and saw.
Yeah, I felt
Someone
it
with
too.
the presence of the fire of Surtur. Yes, coming from the northeast.
And the
It
south.
is. And from the south. Can Jevabu now feel the one from the south, Ian?
No, but this time I'd say you would have never felt it to the. Well, let me rephrase it. I don't think you would ever have felt it to the south.
Okay.
And at this point, you certainly wouldn't. And at this point, I'd say that like Abaddon no longer is.
Oh, okay.
To the north, you guys can both
From which way
still
you
sense it.
going? Gotcha. And is it getting like? Does it seem like it's getting, like it's coming toward me, or does it seem like it continued like going, like westward?
It seems like it's going still a little bit westward, but it seems like it might be angling closer to. It's not evident. I'd say it's not really clear. You just feel it in a certain direction, and it's hard to really like fully like grasp of the time scale of like, okay, maybe 10 minutes ago I felt it in this direction.
Gotcha, gotcha.
You have to actively be like thinking about it like with a map and compass and stuff like that in terms of your sensory sense of it and whatnot. So I'd say it's not super clear.
You wanna go check out the one in the north?
Well, I do not know. It seems like they will find us. No, but yes, I suppose. Shall we try and find Yugdrill?
Yeah, I think he slept long enough. So, where did you guys go again? I kind of nodded off when no one else was talking about it.
Not too long ago. Maybe. Ian, sorry, I totally don't remember when
If it's
in the day we
2
started.
p.m., I would have said that Norlis probably would have left several hours ago. Actually, you know what? Let me reframe it. Given circumstances, it's probably like 1 p.m. or noon at this point. Actually, never given like what has actually been done so far. Unless you think Jevabu would have like stayed and not done. Actually, rephrase it. I'd say it's probably like noon, and Norlis probably left like 2 hours ago or so. Is that
Gotcha.
fair, Norris? Do you think you would have left at 10 p.m. or do you think you would have left 10 a.m. or do you think you would have left even earlier than that?
9 or 10 a.m. Yeah, around there.
Okay, so I'd say Norris left like
About
2 or
noon.
3 hours ago.
Okay. Just a few hours.
Okay.
He didn't say how long he would be.
Who went along with him? Snowcap or
Snowcap and Golier, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's get it to Joey. He shouldn't be asleep anymore. Where the fuck is he?
Do we
Doesn't he have fire
know
sorter that you could?
where Yugdrill slept? I don't think we know that though.
Did Yugdrill tell anyone what they were doing?
Where did Yugdrill sleep? Did Yugdrill sleep there?
Oh, you just slept with everybody else.
Yeah, Yugdrill this night did sleep with everyone else. Because of the spell that Norris had
Correct.
cast, they wanted to make
They were instructed to.
Well, check the tents. He is not in here. I'm gonna go up to these centaurs. Did Any of you see Yugdrill? The one who
they went-
looks up a tree.
Oh, I think they went north of here, you know? Says, Galota Shalip.
Oh yeah, go to show up.
He did.
I think he went to
Very
the
well.
place where the skeek was, you know?
Oh, I was just there, but I guess we will have to look harder. First, Abaddon, I must stop at the leader's tent. I do not wish to stay there long, but you know, everybody around here seems to be so long-winded. I do believe these people approaching is a pressing matter. I will try to keep it quick.
It's alright.
And I'm gonna go to the north part of the camp.
Okay, yeah, here.
I'll tag along.
Yeah. Sure, it's okay.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay.
Yeah, look,
Let's
I
see.
found.
Let's see. Is Hornhoof here by the leader's tent? Or is there anybody in particular standing guard?
I'd say Wintergrass would be, yeah.
Oh, Wintergrass is back. Oh, okay.
Wintergrass didn't really go anywhere in particular. Wait, did I say Wintergrass went somewhere last session?
I thought maybe they'd come back, but I thought they left like after Skeek or during Skeek.
They did go and do some things, but they are back from wherever they were doing.
Okay.
So that's what I would say.
Okay. Well, Wintergrass should be good enough then. Wintergrass, I found something very troubling.
How troubling? Is it something?
I'm gonna hand him the note.
They look over it.
I found this coming out of a barrel or chest where we fought Skeek. Just up there. I knew.
They hold it over their eyes and they kind of look at it. Roll a insight check.
I knew the worst would happen. Inside. Okay.
You are
22.
not confident they can read. And given the way they're holding it and their body image, they might not want, it seemed like they're trying to, act like they're reading it. They know you're supposed to kind of, move your eyes, starting a position, they're doing it back and forth, but they're doing it in, a awkward manner that looks like they're blinking a lot. I think it's possible they think blinking is a thing you do a lot when you read. But you would get the idea that they cannot actually read.
Okay.
Oh, it's just you're right. It is quite severe. Could you? Some of this is Could you? Here you go. You could have it back. How did you feel about that passage?
It is okay. You do not have to be embarrassed. It says
I too can't read.
Yeah. It is a note from Gaud. Long story short, we absolutely should not have killed Zeke in the tundra. It does not necessarily say why, but it says it is very, very bad. Yes, that is the biggest piece of information we got from that. Also, Olaf of Aslog. Did you know him at all?
He was they look a little like flustered, or they don't know how to act and how to respond in terms of just you kind of outing them as not being able to read. Albeit it's likely most of the people here can't read because they're centaurs, and centaurs don't really, they don't really have a lot of means to like create or access like books easily, or like, nor are they like at a good angling to like carve runestones and whatnot. Some of them might know a little bit, but not a meaningful amount. But okay, yeah. Regardless, they kind of twist a little bit. Huh. That. Yes, I believe they were an underling of Yefik. They had a daughter. They lived in Aslog. They were like a herbalist or I think a druid. I'm not sure as proper as Yefik, but they were certainly a druid. I believe. Yeah.
God left a warning for Olaf here, telling him to stay away from Yefik and not to be.
Wait a second.
And not to do what he ultimately did.
Do you recall when we were in that wooden room when we fought when we fought that vile individual?
Yes.
Her gang. I think one of the corpses was probably that person's. I'm not confident they're alive.
Well, whatever Yefik was doing, God knew about it and did not condone it.
Oh. I understand enough that
I hope the black liquid and Yefik and whatever Yefik was doing have nothing to do with each other. I wouldn't say we're missing Yugdro, but I do not know where he is at the moment.
Oh, I was checking the area around Skeek a little earlier, and they had made some structure. I think they're out there. At least that's who I think made it. I think I saw them.
Very well. We will check up there.
Would you mind if I'll be honest? You were right. I cannot read, but would you our wondrous leader Sayada? Would you mind if I gave this to her to go over, or do you need this?
Yes, dear. Yes. You may hold on to it. I hand it over.
Thank you.
Oh, and this note, how is it like what kind of paper is it on? Like how's it? What's it written in? What is the handwriting look, or what does the lettering look like?
The main thing about it is like I'd say is the lettering isn't common, but looks like it was written by a druid, as in there's certain like the druidic script is a little bit different than common, meaningfully fairly different than common, but some letters
Mhm.
are similar, and it looks like they kind of accentuated certain like letters, kind of like they kept the line going for like A's and Q's and things like you would in a druidic. And so there's clear
Gotcha.
evidence, I'd say, that this is someone who was definitely maybe more used to writing in druidic or very used to writing druidic. So when they wrote common, like it came off very clear. The paper did not look super recent, I'd say. It could have been from like weeks ago or more. Like it doesn't seem like it was something like from a couple days ago or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Yes. We will. Excuse me. I'm sure we will speak of this again, and we will see what Saida makes of it.
Oh, I'd like to mention some of our scouts have seen some people from the south a little bit. There, some of the it looks to be the men of that actually extra vile individual, that human. What was their name? I kind of pushed it out of my mind out of pure disinterest towards them.
Saxon.
Yeah, Saxon, that was it. Um, I believe some of their men may have seen a little earlier today. There was definitely one that was seen far earlier that had red hair, like orange, you know. Kind of not great. But he kind of dwindled away. But he looked scary.
I'm going to turn to Abaddon real quick. I believe that was the fire asserter from the south you felt.
Mr. Wintergrass, would it be feasible to get some of those scouts to me or establish direct contact?
It would. I could. I might even lead a group to see what's going on. Yes, we could do that. I could possibly do it myself. Unless you, I don't see why not. They've dwindled. They've lessened a little bit in recent hours, though. But there was someone in armor about 2 hours ago. Uh, Earlier this morning was the red-haired one.
But
Oh, did I say but? I'm sorry. I think that is something I'm going to share this with my our leader, then I'll discuss possibly doing that and some other things. If I leave, I'll leave soonish. Okay.
I think cheesecake is just eating pizza.
Okay. Yeah.
I had to
Continue on
burp.
with what your goals are. If you if you need any additional information, let me know. I'm not confident on. Well, I don't know what you'd want to know, but if you're trying to search after God, I'm not exactly sure where they'd be. Or if they're alive.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm not even sure if there is a physical place I could meet them.
They might have been. There's reason to believe they might have been living in that cabin near the Frost Lakes, but I'm not confident of that if they're anymore. I know someone at some point was recently, and it could. I think it was them because they came from the direction we went to summon, but I'm not confident of that. I don't know if it'd be there anymore.
Very good. They
Probably one of
yes,
those
they
people that
obviously
people
have knowledge. They obviously have some idea of what Yefik was.
Oh.
Oh, you're cutting out. Thomas, you're cutting out if you're speaking right now. I can't hear it all. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah,
I can.
it's
Good.
just Thomas.
Now I can.
Okay. Yeah, Thomas, you were cutting
But-
out for a good bit.
Oh, where was the last good part? Well,
I'm
I
not
was just
even-
saying
I
we
think
need to
it's
talk
beginning-
to we need to talk to God because they seem like they know about Yefik and what's going on with the black liquid.
Yeah, but if you were to search, I guess you could go over Frost Lakes, maybe a little north of that, or maybe back in Reykdeer. They were definitely living in Reykdeer for a while, but I don't know if anyone's still living in Reykdeer. I believe I have reason to believe the Frostpit clan went after Reykdeer, as in their their a means at which of attacking a bunch of different settlements of the of Gresshelm.
Yes, it seems like we need to speak with this God now, but
I'm not sure where they'd be.
I'd say first we find Nick Drill,
Uh,
because the group is already split enough as is, and I would prefer to have everyone together.
They once mentioned something about Yetis.
Yes.
I'm not confident. So maybe in the Yetis of a Market Cave might know, but from what I've heard, something bad happened to them weeks ago. So I'm not confident if they'll still be around, or maybe some of them.
Notice of the Market Cave, where is that? How far away is that?
What did you say?
That cave, how far away is it?
A little over I don't know, 7 to 8 miles north of here.
Soon, alright.
well, very well.
If you went by the Maw Rocks coming here, then you would have probably seen the area it's nearby.
I kind of had a weird coming here journey, so it's a bit difficult for me to say.
Oh, did you not go
I
with the rest
think
of
I think we did pass by those caves.
Oh, okay.
Might not be the only. It could be somewhere else, so I have no clue. They could be in Flagus if they're still there. That's another thing. I'm just kind of putting out guesses. I don't know where they'd be.
Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine.
Our assumption is they somehow ended up being killed by Skeek, but we don't really know.
Well, let's try and stay optimistic here. There's no need to go to the worst end right off the bat. You know?
We also thought they might have headed back to Oslog, but there's not really. I mean, I didn't see when I was there, but we didn't really go everywhere. I don't know. Regardless, I'm gonna go in the tent and give this piece of information you've given me to our leader. I'll see you around, and again, I'll consider doing a search party out to the south to see if any of those individuals of the Ligger clan are still present.
You do that,
And-
but keep us
and then-
informed about what you find.
Yep. And then they walk into the tent. All right. What do you guys do?
They said that Rijo was with Skeek.
Yes.
Well, what do you want to do first? You want to let him do his whatever he's doing with Skeek, or do you want to?
It is dangerous there. More dangerous than we thought. Well, at least. Yeah, we should. Yes, and I believe if we go up towards Skeek, we will meet. We will be able to at least get. We'll see where those where the fire starter is coming from again.
Sounds good. Do you want some berries, by the way? I found some yesterday.
Hmm.
They're kind of tasty.
Sure. Are they anything like Yugdrill's berries?
No, they're a little bit more sour. Kind of leave a bitter aftertaste, but I'll find them refreshing. I'd say so.
If they're more sour than Yugdrills, you're like fucking.
Mate, Abaddon has got a charcoal tongue. He's not tasting shit. He's trying to sound fancy.
Charcoal tongue.
Man's like eating raspberries.
Nah, just
very well.
cucumber.
They'd probably be eating charcoal, but
Can I do a nature check on the berry? Ooh, that's a 9. I'm looking for like what is it? Have I seen this before?
would you? Let me rephrase.
It's
seen
just
what
a red
before?
berry.
Can you
Okay.
can you repeat that? What were you referring to? I'm sorry, I missed something. I don't think I cut out. Did I?
The
Am I
berry?
misunderstood? Okay, the berry.
Just what is it? Have I seen it
Clear.
before? What is it?
Hey,
We are referring to the berry that Abaddon handed you, correct?
Yeah.
Can I need to
Okay.
quickly say something. Goaler, you didn't miss anything. We've started
You can
in,
say that in the message and not interrupt people.
Buck. Sorry.
Yeah, I go. I think I did tell them. They were... Oh, you're right. I didn't send that message. I meant to say, "Don't worry, we start with the party, but isn't fuel." But I never sent that message. I'm sorry. I thought I did that. I'm sorry. Okay. So I guess makes no sense. Regardless, so Abaddon, you had a berry
Red
you brought
berry.
out. Where did you just where would you have acquired that berry, Abaddon?
Just from around the camp. Preferably from a bush.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'd say you know
Is
that.
this a ground berry or did you pick this fresh?
It came from a bush. Like a firm, strong, hearty bush.
I'd say it would be a red. Actually, roll a nature check, Jeff, with advantage.
It's a red berry.
Can I
Man's
just
eating
eat the berry?
nightshade.
Can I just eat the berry already?
You
It's
can
opium.
if you want to, but actually, yeah. Do you want to just eat it? Otherwise, I can give you an. Okay, you would know that it's a red baneberry, Actia rubra, which is known to cause cardiac arrest.
These things are really fucking tasty. I had like 12 dozen already. Yeah.
Abaddon, next time, leave the berry picking to Snowcap.
Fucking delicious.
They're actually perfectly normal berries. She's just allergic and didn't know it.
Yeah. He's have fucking heart palpitations.
No, it's just a really bad heartburn.
All right, we're gonna make our way to Ski.
Okay. You guys head to Skeek. Trying to decide when I want to jump to the other rest of the party. Do you want to do that now, or do you want me to let you interact with
Let
yeah,
them
I
interact
guess
and-
actually,
let them
I want to make. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure that Young Drew gets a chance to do something soon. Okay, so you guys end up heading to where Skeek is, and thus you see what Young Drew has set up. Young Drew, would you like to describe what form of structure you've set up?
It was literally just a armor stand as I use a
Oh, yeah.
stick to beat out the evil in the armor.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys see Yugdrill hitting a very interesting piece of armor. Mistake. And I'd say, Abaddon, you're the one who's had the least interaction with this armor, but you would have seen it. Wait a second. Actually, you wouldn't have. But yeah, I guess actually, yeah, Abaddon, you have essentially never seen this armor before. Now that I think about it. Yeah, you actually haven't, Abaddon. You have potentially never seen this armor before. Yeah.
Cool.
I'd say it looks dark, but like a kind of looking more detailed, you see it's kind of does have aspects to it that very look kind of weirdly naturey. Like at first glance, you wouldn't think that at all, but like if you look more in detail, there's lots of things that make it look almost like wood. And but there's been like definitely some iron plates added to it, but more so I think just maybe like a bit of ash combined with what seems to be the black substance seems to have made it darker than it actually is in terms of like visuals. Clearly its original or form must have been something made of some type of wood, or at least made to look like wood, because it does, some of it visually does look like wood, which seems kind of odd given it's like a, essentially like plate mail. Actually, let me rephrase it. Did I just so I'm making not going off course? Did I originally describe it as plate mail or
Yeah.
as a half plate?
Plate mail.
Something like that.
Okay, good. I want to make sure I'm keeping the because I don't know if just in case if I said half plate originally rather than plate mail, I wanted to make sure I didn't like throw you guys off if you were expecting it to be medium armor. Okay, good.
Tiki.
Right. Okay, so what you guys do?
What you doing there, mate?
Beating the evil out of it.
Good on you. What is it?
Oh, armor I took off Hergang before we burned him, and then put him in a pit.
Wait, Yug Drill.
Damn.
There's just I read a note from one of the barrels here. It said that skeek was used to contain the black ooze. And it's really, really bad when that gets out. What if that armor has the same purpose?
So you want me to wear the armor that's still heavily tainted with the evil ooze?
No.
Well,
But
I will
sounds
say
awful.
perhaps beating the evil out of it is not will not get the result.
I mean, it is achieving something. You've assumingly spent like 3 hours doing this, so
Yes.
some of it has been dripping out. A lot of it's been dripping out. There's still stuff in there, but you've been making progress.
That's the point. It's not supposed to get out.
I can't wear if it's in there.
This armor, its primary function may not be armor. It might be a vessel.
I think you're wrong. I did speak with it when we first got it, and it was screaming in pain.
What was?
The armor.
Were you speaking with the armor, or
It was with the armor.
Perhaps the black ooze within the armor?
Oh no! It directly the armor. We tested this earlier.
How did we test?
Oh,
What does the black...
I tried to speak with plants on the black ooze. It is not evil yeast. So, by that criteria, I was speaking to the armor. So,
How can you tell if it is evil or not?
I feel like that's very obvious. you've seen what it does. Like, we had to make this whole like this whole thing to stop it from going into the dirt.
Yes, and you're spilling more out of that armor.
I'm doing it in the thing where it's already contained.
In case that it hasn't been described, they are in the containment pool where all the Ichor currently is located to begin with.
Yeah, I assume they're standing on a rock or something, or a little way around it.
They're
Unless
not just pouring this onto the grass. They are in the stone area. That is made in the way that I drew a drawing in general chat. You can see what it looks like. They are on the stone, in a stone encased area, getting the Ichor out of the armor in the safest spot to do so.
You have very nice handwriting.
Thank you.
Okay, so has my point been made? I should probably also, remind you that the armor is made out of world tree.
Look, man, if I'm not gonna judge you. Just curious what you were doing.
We have already gone this far, I guess. Wringing out the last bit of evil out of that won't hurt anything.
Look, at least then we can have it all in one spot.
Yeah.
By the way, Young Drill, I'd like you to roll an Arcana check.
All right. Oh, thank you. 10.
So when you say it all in one place, you are not 100% confident that the black substance from this armor that Golir had, or not Golir, sorry, but the reason I said that is that their original name was Token One. Not Golir, sorry, not Golir. Hergank had, and the stuff that was in Skeek might not literally be the exact same thing. But try to be real careful while you word it since you got a 10, but you don't 100% know it's exactly the same thing.
Does not change anything. I would be underneath the assumption it is the same thing.
Well, that's the thing. I don't. Given your interaction with all the stuff prior, there wasn't obvious. It didn't. I mean, well, I don't know how much you did it with it when you guys buried Hergank, but I think you would probably at least notice it did behave a little differently. But I don't know how much experimentation you did at that time. So you wouldn't fully know. It's a possibility, is what all I'm saying, and that you would not have enough knowledge to 100% know that for definite.
Yes, Yugdrill, see, it's different. This doesn't, and also this one doesn't have the giant, smog cloud or acid rain or whatever.
That's because we're not burning it.
This one probably would have it. Yeah, this one when you burnt it, it actually kind of stayed in that form for longer rather than a quick thing like this did. And also, it doesn't when it was all ooze, out in the cold tundra night when you buried Hergank, the stuff didn't. I mean, it was very liquidy, so maybe it was doing it as it worked, but you didn't see any clumping, but also there wasn't a lot of heat. But when you burnt it, it didn't clump up at all. I'd say, at least in terms of Hergank stuff.
Also, during this conversation, your drill has not stopped hitting it.
Okay, I'd say like it's hard to say if you'll fully get every little like molecule of it out, but I'd say within another hour or two, you'd get enough of it out to feel maybe confident wearing it. There might be still a little bit more in there. You know, it's hard to say if you can get literally all of it out, but like, you know, you feel like you probably will get the rest of it out within like an hour or two.
So, what did you two need?
Well,
I'm gonna look across to where I was feeling the fire surge from, and do I see anything?
Okay, let me. So on this, given the location that you guys had gone out was kind of close to the Frost Lakes, and that was probably like 5 miles, like north of here at least. And you headed back from there. It probably took some time. Mm, I'd say you feel that like essence to it, and it's starting to seem like if you stay in place, it being a little bit closer to like the northwest now a little bit. You cannot see anyone up on the horizon, but I'd say that's mostly because the likelihood is they may be like too far away to see, like more than a couple miles, like maybe like at least 4, like, you know, so they could easily be like 4 or 5 miles away, which means you're not going to be able to see them. That's why this being a pretty open, flat area, like, you know, still you can't see that far. Okay. Is there anything you guys want to do before I jump to the rest of the people?
Sorry, are there any more centaurs around?
I'd say that like there are at this point like Skinoof would probably be nearby.
Okay. Skinoof, did you see anybody pass by here? From east to west, likely from like the north.
We think the people we saw were probably heading west. We thought they might come down this way, but they didn't seem to do so yet. They probably passed, or like right past the Frost Lakes now. They might be heading to Avivos Hornskag or maybe Flagus rather than here, or they are intending to come here, but they're going about it in a weird manner. Maybe they're heading to that cabin by Frost Lake first. I'm not sure, or maybe those ruins that I'm not familiar with.
Okay, thank you.
Or perhaps the site we were at, but I'm not. I think they probably would have moved past there by now.
Well, Abaddon, it seems the other fire starter has passed and continued going west.
Then I would say we hone in on the one that we will, one that we still feel. Wait, did I misunderstand? The one from the south we don't feel anymore. He went west.
Yeah, the one that you could. So the one to the south you can't sense anymore.
Yeah, no.
The one to the north you can still sense, and it seems to be going northwest. And given details that you probably would have gotten from like Jebabu and other stuff, and understandings of where that was felt, depending on how much context they gave, I'd say they'd probably give enough. To be fair, you would know that like you can assumedly feel the fire of Surtur like up to at least like maybe 5 miles away at least. And that's where like you think somewhere 5 miles away or so, maybe a little slightly more, is where the stuff to like the north/northwest is right now.
Okay.
So given you can't sense the stuff to the south anymore, it's assumedly moved far enough. At least it might be like 8, 10, who knows how many miles, but it's probably like more than 5 or 6, and hence you can't sense it anymore. Also, for the sake of things, I now realize this was like poorly gone about, but you probably would have sensed it when you were in Aslog, and I just forgot about it if I didn't say anything then. Which is all my own fault for planning for like a mistake of planning. But yeah, okay, all right. Unless there's something else, I'm going to jump to the other group. Do you mind if I do that?
Go ahead.
Okay. So let me. Don't. Okay, good. I was worried I had an Oscar for all this time. Okay. Let me switch up the music. Okay. Golier, Nornless, and Stokap. You have left Nornless's home.
Hello.
Hello.
The time of shopping is upon you. I already have a pretty good idea of where Nornless is going. So for Golier, would you kind of ask Nornless about stuff and then just head directly to the knives, or are you interested in anything
Yes.
else? Or...
I would have just headed directly to the knives.
Okay. Did you want to have gone to Scrumbabo's Rocks and Things for knives, or Hastine's Curios? Or Shame Carpentry to get carpentry knives?
I will defer to Norfolk on the best place to get combat knives.
Okay. Hastine's Curios would be... I'd say they probably say Hastine's Curio, but, yeah. Okay. Alright. And so would you kind of... So you would depart from the group to go do that?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if that would be the same... So you might end up linking up via wherever Norris goes, but okay. Snowcat, would you go off on your own, or would you go and stay with Norlis as Norlis does their shopping?
I have a question. What time did we leave Full?
Around 9 a.m.
I'm gonna go at 9 a.m. And it's been some meaningful time has passed, because I would have said that like conversation probably occurred mostly in that time.
Okay, so like 10-ish maybe.
I'd say like 10 or 11. Yeah.
Does Snowcap notice anything interesting about the sun in the sky?
This is a hint at something, and I'm not confident. I'd say the sun looks normal. There's not a lot of like, I wouldn't say there's like smog here, if that's what you're asking. The
I'm
sun
saying,
looks normal. Oh.
Given where we are,
Oh.
Snowcap's internal clock should be saying that it's around 11, but the sun should be further,
Okay, so I know what you're getting at. I don't think you're that far north of your location.
I'm not talking about north, I'm talking about east.
Time zones.
Oh, that's what you mean. There we go. Given the distance, you guys would be given each thing's about 5 miles. I'm not certain if I'd say it's a meaningful time zone difference. So, well, actually,
I would agree with you.
I'd say, yeah, it's probably not unless we're talking like, maybe iffy, not deeply meaningful. You're like probably like 100 miles most, but let me just see. 5. So yeah, I can say it.
Bro's actually having to pull out the ruler. You might be a little.
I mean, in the old days, before time zones, it would be each individual town would have their own time.
Okay, it's more than 100 miles, but it's probably it's less than 200 miles.
Why is
So
that
like
important
given
to snowcap in this mem is what I'd like
it
to
would.
know.
Well, my point is I don't think it would be a meaningful time zone difference.
I was
also-
just thinking about it.
Yeah, not to say that like I don't think there's would be that many. I don't think there'd be a huge time zone difference in this continent anyway. Given the size of things, this overall continent is larger. It's like smaller than, like the world's probably smaller than the Earth.
Oh, I thought I would bring up some a fun, interesting thing about the world and
Yeah,
how
if you went farther to a different continent, I'd say yeah, but
Wait,
not
if the world is smaller,
actually,
wouldn't that actually mean that the time zones would be more even though it's a shorter distance, it would be.
Well, okay, let me rephrase it. You don't literally know if the world's smaller. Let me rephrase it. What I mean by it is, at least the continent and region you're on would be smaller than like North America. Is what I probably should be framing it as. Though it's entirely possible there's a huge amount of ocean and this is like bigger than Earth, or it's smaller than Earth. The Ian statement is this world's smaller, but that's not like it. I don't think that would just I'd say the world's probably smaller, but. In terms of time zones, and I'm not saying I haven't really. This is not something I deeply thought about for my game, which is sucky because this is a cool thing to think about. I'd say that probably, if there are different time zones in terms of like, lines of like latitude or necessarily longitude, probably like the Ash Coast, and more like if we went down the coast a bit into like the Gobbic Kingdom, they could reasonably be in a different time zone per se, to like where to the Frost Tundra. Like they might be an hour ahead. If they do that, I'm not confident that time zones are like a common thing in the city because I don't know if.
Well, it wouldn't be a time zone. It would probably just be back in the day, traveling by train. You would set your watch to the train stations because every place was slightly different.
Yeah.
It wasn't a standardized thing.
I don't think the sun would be noticeably different given 100 miles distance. I don't think, or sorry, like 250 miles difference, which I think it's about.
Yeah, it wouldn't. It would probably be like 30 minutes difference. I doubt Snowcap could tell that.
Okay, yeah, okay. I will say that's cool that you brought it up. Makes me feel good. So I like when people think
You're actually arranging real life too.
Okay, back to the circumstance. Would you have stayed with Nornless, or would you have gone off on your own?
I would have gone off on my own.
Okay. I'd say, would you have asked Nornless anything prior, or no?
I'm like, oh, what shops are around here worth looking at?
Actually, yeah, I'll let Nornless respond to that. Why would you respond to that?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're looking for. So, be more specific, because what shops are good for looking at? And I send you to a place that makes daggers, but you really wanted books. A little more specificity.
I'm being broad because I don't have any specific thing.
Wait.
All right then.
Wait.
What?
I have a question for Snowcap. Snowcap, do you have meaningful furniture in your house? I'd say probably not. You probably have like mild stuff that's not great.
What the hell does meaningful mean in relevance to furniture?
Like as in, is it function well? Is it like poorly put together?
Furniture.
Is it something that's been passed down for a while and also is broken? Like they live in a room that's not very large. Well, my point is. Okay, continue on. I don't want to make it too obvious.
And if you're just looking for bits and baubles, you could go to Scrumaboo's, just in the northern quadrant, or the Curia would have generally good things.
Okay, what direction?
He just points the two directions.
Okay. Snowcap would head north then.
Okay. So Snowcap, where would you head?
North to Rocks and Things.
Okay. All right. And Norlis, where are you first going?
Since I had sent the message, I was assuming we were just kind of off-screening my stuff.
Yeah.
Unless...
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say so. You mostly do your stuff. There's one thing about the botanist thing, which you can just send me a message for. It doesn't even have to be that like. Yeah, we don't even have to necessarily roleplay that. It could be very straightforward. But yeah. Okay. All right. In that case, I'll start with. Let me flip a coin. Who want to go first?
Remember, you lose me in 15 for about 25 minutes.
In that case, I'm going to go start with Golir then. Okay, Golir, you head to Hastings Curios. You, on the way,
Yes.
I'd say you see a variety of things. Now, you've been into cities before. Do you want to have been in this city before?
Sure.
Okay, so I'd say you've been here before. Given this, it makes sense for you to have. You've lived a varied life. This is a city that's renowned for its very large library, which is when you began here. It also has a college and things. You know that they worship Mimir here, to some degree. You also know the area around the city is a little questionable because it's pretty obvious that that mass deforestation was done here in order to build the library and a lot of other stuff. And there has been efforts to improve things, but it's pretty blatant that there was it's basically a wastes around the city. But yeah, okay. You would also, well, in terms of your direct interests, they're very much. I'd say that you every now and then you see people who look like they potentially could be a worshiper of hell. You're not confident on that, but it's entirely possible there may be worshippers of hell in the city. Okay. As you get to Hastings Curio, you kind of also see some grouping of people that look kind of questionable. They definitely don't seem like the average person here, and a lot of them seem to look like hunters and things. And you remember seeing some of them by the kind of down by the bridge, maybe around the Toad Tavern or Fishmongery, and you see a grouping of them pass, and they look like as you kind of get a better look at them, it looks like people who might be of the Trog clan. Okay. Eventually, you get to Hastings. Okay. And it's this nice big shop that is either a pawn shop or some magical shop, maybe a combination, you're not sure. It might be that the Scumbabble is more of a pawn shop, but regardless, it's definitely somewhere that seems to sell various adventuring gear, magical things, and all sorts of other stuff.
Okay.
You walk inside, and the place is relatively elaborate. There's lots of different sections, and there seems to be at least enough signs and things that you could relatively quickly find the knives you're looking for.
Perfect.
Okay. I'd like you to roll a perception check.
Sure thing. I'm on mobile, so they probably won't send.
Okay. Would you like me to do it? Wait, can I? What's your?
Oh, I can still roll them. They just probably won't send over from the D&D Beyond app.
Okay,
Last I checked.
Okay. You can just tell me what it is then. That works.
Cool. Okay, you're not going to believe me.
You either nat 1 or got a nat 20.
I got it here. I got a nat 20. I'm gonna screenshot this one.
Okay.
Mind you, I do not have a bonus, so that's just 20.
Okay. I'd say amongst the shop, you see all sorts of people, and as you get some knives, you're able to kind of get them, and you're ready to go check out, and you see a variety of people, and you see someone, for instance, who seems to be cloaked, but you manage to get a look at them, at their face, and it was clear that this person was going out of their way to avoid being heavily seen, but you managed to get a good look at them, and they're about to leave the store, but here's what they would look like. Let me send you this.
Golir got glasses for 2 seconds.
grab it up quick. This. They clearly are a Goliath. And that's, you have not seen many Goliaths here. It could be that they were hiding themselves because they're Goliath. However, you look at their eyes, and they are bright blue. Like icy blue. Very similar to how that shaved Myrmidon looked.
Lovely. She kind of stumbles for a second, and then walks forward, towards the figure.
The figure's actively moving, and so how do you go about it?
That's a great question. Is it possible to get in their way and like mime bumping into them? Can I make a performance check? Deception?
Yeah, I think that would be good. I say performance. Yeah. Now,
Okay.
question: You have the knives in hand. You're in checkout. You have not purchased them yet. Would you like drop the knives or something, or how would you go? As in, very close.
I would set the knives to the side.
Okay, good. Well, up to you. Okay. I'd say if there'd be a small table, you can do that, and someone kind of looks like, okay, all right. So roll performance check.
Okay. I can roll that. That's a 14. I rolled a 4 on the die. That's crazy.
Wow. Okay. Just so you want to let me see if I figure that's good enough. I'd say that you end up accidentally are you trying to trip them, or are you trying to just get in front of them?
Just get in front of them.
Okay. You manage to kind of fake tripping, and it looks mostly fine, but you're not sure if it's the most perfect thing. It's not extremely it's not super obvious that you fake tripped, but some people might be able to. And they're kind of stopped in their track for a second. And it looks like their immediate reaction is trying to move past you.
Did they attempt to catch me at all or anything, or?
They seem stopped for a second, and they start to move with their left foot forward, and they do look at you. And they look at you, they kind of stop what they're doing for about a second to look at you.
Yeah. He's going to use that time to kind of lightly grab their hand. Not in a grapple sort of way, just in a, stopping them. Do I remember what the Lamalphidon's name was?
Do you think you would have?
I think I would have kind of kept that in my memory because that was a abnormal person that we spoke to. And I feel like Golir is kind of like a keeping tabs of threats kind of person.
Okay.
But
go for it. Sorry. I'd say it was Skababoo.
Okay.
And it's similar to Jevalu, so maybe that might have been another reason you remembered it. Okay. Yeah, you would know
Cool.
the Skababoo.
Got it. She kind of holds her hands up. Or holds her hand up for a moment on him. Pardon me, I'm so clumsy these days. Huh. You look mildly familiar. You wouldn't happen to know somebody by the name of Skababoo, would you?
No, I really must be going.
Can I insight check that?
You can, and then I'd like you also to do a history check.
Sure. I'll do insight first. That's an 11 on insight.
Yeah, you would not be sure if you have no clue if this guy actually knows Skababoo or not. You don't know.
Okay. For that history check, is it a Hunter's Bane check or a normal one?
This wouldn't relate to undead or anything. I don't think so. No.
Okay, cool. That is still a dirty 20.
Okay. Now that you kind of realize you like said like something like, oh, I see you're not, you actually look at him like, oh, wait a second, you're looking at this person and you think you've seen this person before, probably years ago, and you're looking at them, you aren't like confident on their name, but you remember seeing them once before on your travels when you were at Dorak.
Lovely.
You at the very least would know that this person is from the Beastmate clan. And to some extent that's little, they have a necklace that kind of indicates that. But you recall that they were someone who had done a lot of some various traveling to try to spread like word of their clan and try to connect with other Goliaths.
Is that everything?
I'd say that you would have known that there was some discussion between them and Dorak, at least to some extent, and it seemed like Dorak had known this person prior. Other than that, like, you are not that familiar with them. I'd say that you probably saw them somewhere around like the Skog Isles.
Okay.
Which means that their viewpoint of trying to connect to other Goliath clans is a little iffy, given there's not very many Goliaths out there. At least not so much nowadays. Historically there were more, but not so much now. I guess they were trying to look towards maybe any sort of potential survivors of the Ayara clan or something like that.
Okay. Where'd you say that I saw them from again?
Around the let me see, I'll get on the map. You remember when you were traveling with Dorak, somewhere around the Skog Isles.
Skog Isles, got it.
And which have some Goliath and giant ruins, of which you would have been to some. And so you would have known that they were probably going to similar places. But yes.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
She looks him up and down for a moment. Uncle, you sure you don't know? Maybe I know you from somewhere else. Have you floated around the Skog Isles before?
I may have. I really must be going.
Are you sure? It's always good to see someone you've met before, and I mean, probably fate we bumped into each other, no? She's laying it on thick. I might want to make a persuasion check.
Go for it.
Oh, that's not good. I got one nat 20 and suddenly I started rolling bad. That's an 8.
Yeah, we've probably not met. I don't need to talk to you right now. I have something very busy to do. I'm sorry. Actually, well, I have to go. And they step aside you. Are you still holding their hand?
She will let go of it. She'll let go of it, and she'll, as they walk away, if they start doing so, she'll follow them with her eyes for a moment, and then once she thinks she's far enough away, she'll start slowly following him.
Okay. Alright, let me put you back on the sitting map, sorry.
And
how much time do you have left?
about 3 minutes. Can I go ahead and make a stealth check for that, and then you jump to somebody else and we come back to it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
Not good. That is a 12 on stealth. Can I use a boon point or two to re-roll that?
We don't do, sure. I don't know if I'll say, how many boon points do you have in total?
That's a great question. 31.
Okay, I'll say to re-roll that and get like a +1 to the roll, I'll let you spend 2 boon points.
Cool. Alright, down to 29. And roll +1. Okay, well, That's a 12 again. So, you know, I just wasted 2 boom points, but it's okay.
I was about to say, like, maybe I should make it a +2 or 3, but I still think you wouldn't be able to, like, follow him too well.
Oh, well.
I'll say that you lose them. But yeah, and the main thing I'd say that you would know is, regardless of the time you've seen that person in the past, it's entirely possible that they have gone back to their clan or something, and that generalistically, even if you hadn't met them before, your assumption would have been, oh, they have like a symbol of the Beastmate clan. So which the Beastmate clan is on this island. It's just, you know, far away, like on the other end of the island. You have to go through a bunch of forest to get to there. So it's not super unusual that a Goliath of that clan would be here, but it's blatantly clear to you that they have some direct current connection to Dorak, given their eyes are glowing icy blue.
Mm-hmm. I figured. Alright, well, I will prepare to go back and tell people this, and as that happens, I'm going to go ahead and dip out as I get ready for this phone call.
Okay. And I'll assume you also went to the shop and went back and bought things. Okay, head out.
Yes. I had already taken the, I thought we had off-screened it last time. I had already taken my gold out and all that.
Okay, that's fine. Also you would have done that. Okay.
Cool. Alright, yeah, I would have tried to haggle on 4 gold points worth of equipment.
Okay, that would have worked out probably.
Alright. I will talk to y'all in like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. Now let's continue with Snowcap. Snowcap, you head to Skimbabble Rocks and things. You walk around the town as your way. Now, Normalist told you what the place was called. They didn't give you directions. You think that would be fair of me?
They just pointed in a direction, like
okay, in that
north.
Case, all right.
So
all right. So I'd say you start from that way. Now that you're kind of off on your own, it's starting to hit you that you have never been somewhere like this before. There are many houses. There's a big wall. There is sizable farmland within the city. These are things that you have understanding of what cities are, but you had never been to one. And this place is alien to you. And now that you're off on your own, it's kind of hitting you more clearly. There's lots of people in the street. This is maybe not the most populous city. There's certainly more populous cities, but for you, like sometimes when looking, you're like, oh, this is the most people I've seen within like a 50-foot space before, or 500-foot space before. Like there are, I'm not gonna say crowds of people, but there's like you easily within like about like a 30-second like time, you will see more people, like 3 times as many people who live in your village. Like that's a reasonable statement, I'd say. Not to say like, but maybe not quite, maybe twice given where you are specifically. Because again, this isn't a huge city, but there's a decent sized city given the number of houses and whatnot. This is one of probably the main cities of this of Gress anyway. Yeah, actually, I'd say that easy. Okay. So you kind of walk around, and I'd say I'd like you to roll a 1d4.
Okay. 4.
All right. Let me just check something quick. You see, someone kind of, I don't want to say this. I'd say you end up seeing a couple things of interest. First, there are a couple different signs about you see. Some of which look to be for pointing towards the direction of different shops. Others are like, there's one about a lost cat. And then there's some posters for stuff from some type of like theater, which you are not 100% confident you actually know what a theater is. You have some framework of it, but you're not sure what the shape of it would be or what like 100%, like you think there's dancing at a theater, like that's a thing you're in the framework of. You don't know the full context of what theaters are used for, or what they fully are. But I'd say there seems to be something about some type of like show. And just a quick thing, Snowcap can read, correct?
Yes, Snowcap can read.
Okay.
We've established that Snowcap can very much read.
Okay, good. You would see a poster for a showing of, actually you see two. There'd be a poster that looks kind of old, that looks to have a crude depiction of Jebabu on it, that looks mostly ripped, and says it's something about a showing of a creature of the north at the Oscar Theater as part of the library. And then you see another one mentioning something called the longest hour ride, based on the screenplay produced in the city of Caskloom by the Twilight Troupe. Wait, that's not the name. What's by a particular troupe? Oh no, I forgot it. Where is it? Oh no. Okay. That didn't do what you thought it did. Oh wait, did it? That didn't help. Okay. All right. Yeah, for the troop. Okay, okay, there we go. Oh no, I forgot the name of the troop. Okay. Regardless, I'd say, oh, sorry, let me continue on. You also see a poster about some type of hunt that looks relatively recent. And it's not like a thing about like the hunt specifically, but it's about like something about a like selling materials from a hunt, and it shows a depiction of like a person holding a big like half circle that you think is supposed to be a tusk.
What are the details on the cat poster and the theater poster?
Okay. The cat poster seems to have been somewhat recent, and it seems to be that someone named Scumbabo has lost their pet cat, Kattens, spelled Kattens. Kattens. Actually, yeah, that works. Kattens. And it seems like it was a couple days ago, and they don't know where their cat is. And if you go to Scrumbabo's Rocks and Things and bring the cat, you will get a 75% discount on any 2 items in the shop.
Okay. Does it have like a description of what the cat looks like, or?
It seems to be. I'd say it's a weirdly green cat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say it's like a black cat with a little white face, and it's weirdly green. It's possible the person just had like a green, like, you know, mostly green, like colored pencils, or they'd like to include green in some way to add highlights, and they overdid it. You're not really sure, or maybe the cat is actually green. You don't know. Obviously, it's not a photo. It's like a drawn depiction of the cat. It has like a kind of widened out, really sad-looking eyes, and has like a wide open mouth.
What does the other poster say about like time?
I'd say that you would know they are performing in about give them the date and what date you think it's today. You're not like 100% sure, but if you would know the date for today, I don't think you look at calendars often. But if you're right, it would be in 2 days. And again, that would be of the I'd say the longest hour ride, and it has like a brief description, saying something about 5 people wake up in a circumstance relative to limbo. And it has like, you know, seeming people like on some like floating islands, and like some frog creatures are there, and there's like a talking chess piece on the poster. Like, it seems a little odd. You're not confident if a person who made the poster was like part of the team or not, or was like requested out sort of it, but it looks cool. But yeah, you would know it's in 2 days, and it seems to be of a play, which you think you know what that is. You think you know what a play is.
When I meant time, I didn't mean days. I meant like hour.
Like how long the performance is?
When the performance is, like what time?
Oh, I'd say you would know it is at 7 p.m. I'd say.
Okay. I will go continue north, and then if I hit a wall and don't find Skimbo, I'll just go a little bit west.
Okay. I'd say you do hit a wall, and you keep kind of following along, and eventually see Scumbabo's Rocks and Things. It's I'd say a shop with some like what looks like a large amount of like some type of black stone on top. Kind of like more, it might be a big chunk of coal or obsidian, or just maybe a normal rock painted black. You're not really sure. But you kind of walk inside, and there's a lot of stuff there, but it's kind of it's hard to it looks like it's some type of like what you've heard of something described to you called a pawn shop, and you think you know what that is. But they don't seem to sell chess pieces. You thought that was maybe what that is. They seem to have a lot of like crystals and rocks, amongst other things. There does seem to be a lot of like geological materials though.
Yeah.
And you see a person behind the counter, and they appear to be a creature you've heard tales of. I'd like you to roll, wait, by clicking for me, roll your choice of a nature or arcana check.
I will.
Trying to think of this. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so I'll do nature. I got a 24.
Okay, in that case, you would know that this is a kobold. If you got it wrong, I was gonna say this is what you think a short dragonborn. Okay, there's a kobold with big bug eyes, kind of behind the table. There's a poster behind him of them. I guess you don't know if it's of them. That looks like them. They seem to potentially be Scrumbabo, or at least someone who works for Scrumbabo. And they're managing like some type of like maybe magic-looking crystals of some kind. Let me close the door behind me.
Snowcap has seen kobolds before.
Okay.
I mean,
oh yeah, you
one
did. I'm
party.
sorry. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you did see kobolds. I forgot about that. Oh wait. Oh my God. There's literally a kobold party member. Why am I even saying that? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was odd.
Yeah, good. I don't know. Okay. Well, they look a little bit different than some of the other kobolds. I don't know. Maybe we could frame it as because they got a little more like horns to them. Not all of them have horns. So maybe you might have thought they might have been like a dragonborn that was really small. I don't know. They're a little more interesting than most kobolds. But yeah. Regardless, you see them and they're managing some like some crystals of some kind.
What else besides rocks is there?
You see a couple like knives here and there. There looks to be some type of armor in the back. And there are like, check, there's some arrows on the wall, like, kind of, up on little, like, sections that are kind of hard to reach, but there's, like, ladders nearby. There's some animals in jars that look like they've been preserved. There's a lot more crystals, I'd say. And then, like, some various, like, chests and things. There might be some stuff in boxes and whatnot. Mini crates. And you also are not the only one in the shop. There's some other people here as well.
Oh, what kinds of other people are in the shop?
I'd say mostly humans. But let me just check something. I'd say there is one Dragonborn who I'd say would look like. Let me sure I haven't used this one before. I don't think I've used this one before. I don't think. It looks like this.
Yeah.
They're a greenish Dragonborn. Okay. Then I'd say that there is I'd say there's also a dwarf who looks like this.
Okay. Snowcap might look a bit closer at the creatures in the jars.
Okay. They're kind of odd. Some of them you can't really identify. Some that are just rats in jars. And looks kind of weird. They don't smell great. There's some things that look like weird worms, and you don't really know what those are. Like a bunch of different shapes. There's some things that look like shells of some kind in jars, maybe like a clam, but it's still got the living organism in it, but it's clearly dead. There's that to it too. But yeah.
And then Snowcap's going to look at the chests and crates.
Okay. Okay. And as you continue to do that, I'd say that given your high passive perception, you see a grouping of people enter the store who look like some of the people you saw when you guys crossed the bridge. They look like hunter types or whatnot. It's possible you've heard of a symbol of, with some basic context of maybe someone mentioned they were from the Troll clan. You're not confident of that, but some people have like antlers on their shoulders or other things. But yeah, and they kind of walk in, and then not long. Actually, and also I'd say amongst the humans that were already in here, there'd also be someone that looks a little unusual. Who looks like this. Okay. Alright. And you said you would be looking at the what? The rocks?
The like chests and crates.
Okay. Alright. Okay, let me just check. These seem to be of decent, condition. There's some things that look kind of neat. Let me just make sure I'm framing this correctly. There seems to be a couple crates that seem to be like they have some text on them, and then it says potential chance to win a Verk Fairy in every crate. Potential chance. Yay. and there's like about like 50 of them. And like well, maybe not 50, I'd say like 25 of these like crates. They're about like each are about like a foot in width, like a foot tall and a foot in width or so. And each of them seem to be like framing that there's like potential magic items and whatnot in them. But they all look the same. There's also, in addition, one thing that looks kind of keeps your eye a little bit. There looks to be a chest that is covered in ornate gemstones. It's about I'd say like about a foot and a half. Like from I guess yeah, it's about a foot and a half like wide, I'd say. And that one is actually in a glass case. All of the like big chests and whatnot that claim to have like magic items and things, and those don't seem to be like, you know, in a glass case, but this is. And there's a big lock on the glass case and everything. And you're not even sure if it's necessarily normal glass. It might be like special glass or something. Regardless, it seems that there's some consideration to this particular item. And there's a label on it that says Abracadabras.
Okay.
Okay. Do you check out anything else?
Snow cap.
There is a lot of gemstones and possibly magically looking gemstones, so I will mention.
I want to look at some of the clear gemstones.
You said clear?
Yeah, ones that are like, you know, not colored.
Okay. You see, like, as in ones that are. Okay. You see a couple things. That looks to be some like quartz, and then some things that are possibly of glass. And then there's something that looks kind of weird along there in a case. That looks like this long, like kind of mostly clear crystal. It might have like a pinkish coloration, not quite clear if it does, given the lighting. And it has a label on it that says Mind Crystal.
For the like crystals that aren't that one, do
What'd you say? I didn't fully hear what you said. Do one? I'm not. I don't know.
Sorry.
I didn't know if you cut out.
I kind of like look at the clear crystals and see, like, I don't know, the different ways each of them like light passes through them, and like how, like, what my hand would look like beneath them. Do any of them stand out in any way?
There's one of them that does, I'd say, that when you kind of pass your hand through, like, against, you can kind of, you feel like you see like a brown rectangular continued pattern as you place your hand around it. It looks kind of weird. And then there's another that when you do that, like you feel like you can see like something like a snow or something. It's weird. It's like has a white reflection, but it doesn't. Obviously, you're snow cap. You're snowy looking, I guess, kind of. But like it almost looks like you can see something through it as you pass your hand by it. Enough that like if you do it again, it kind of like it almost looks like it's snowing somehow in the crystal, if that made sense.
Hmm.
I'd say you're not alone. Not far from where you are is the kobold, and also I'd say this particular person is close by, kind of inspecting some of the nearby crystals as well.
Yeah.
And they begins to speak up. Berengon, are you also interested in crystals?
I'm seeing. I heard legend of a certain crystal that looks to be that is ice-like, but when you hold it up to the sun, hold it up to the clouds, you can locate the sun even in the most overcast days.
Huh, I don't know, you'd have to ask the Scrumbabble about that. Isn't that one of those sunscreen crystals? Is that what those are?
I hear them called sunstones sometimes.
Yeah, maybe they were sunscreen crystals. Yeah, I think that might be it. That you see, so even if it's cloudy out, you can see the direction of the sun. And you can kind of like use it to burn your eyes. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it, right? It's a way that you can look directly at the sun and cause your eyes to get pained and hurt, even when it's cloudy, right?
No.
Oh. Huh.
It just allows you to see where the sun is when it's cloudy out.
You could ask Grumbappo. I don't. Let me think. I've been here a couple times. I'm a performer nearby. I kind of travel around, but right now I have a performance here in at the place. But
Oh, when's the performance?
Yeah, it's about in 2 days. We're doing it at 7 p.m., but I have a feeling they're gonna probably push it back to 7:15.
I saw a poster about it.
Yeah, it's from some folks in Caskloom. Weird group for. I thought it would just be elves, but it was mostly not elves who like originally did the thing.
Huh. I think that's an elven city.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is an elven city. Yeah, Caskloom's it's the capital of the Caskloom Kingdom. I've been close to there once. I heard their lake has whales in it. It's kind of wild. But yeah, I don't. Are you a local here? I haven't seen you before, but I haven't been here that long either. I mean, Alexander.
Snowcap.
Okay, that's a name. Huh.
I'm not sure how long I'll be in town, but I'll try to catch it if I am in 2 days.
Okay, yeah, that'd be nice. Huh. Okay. Well, I think the crystal you're talking about might have been a I think it was a Dolphin Boy Alexandrite. I think. That's my best guess. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head out. And they seem to walk away. They seem to be a human that looks like they almost look like an acrobat or something. And they're definitely taller than you. Okay. Alright. As you're looking along, I'd say eventually the kobold at the desk will kind of move her way over and look over you. Are you looking for anything?
Is there a sunstone anywhere?
Sunstone. Oh, certainly. Let me get some. Do you want it for talisman purposes or what? You get some out.
Just general interest purposes.
Okay, because I know some people use them like sun staffs, but those are kind of and some people have used it for well, some people use them for actually wizards often buy it to cast the sunburst spell, but actually, well, yeah, and I know some sorcerers do too as well, but also I've heard druids do. But yeah, let me get some. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll give you let me see. Okay, yeah, I'll give it to you for 11 gold.
Snowcap gives the guy 11 gold.
Okay, do you actually have 11 gold?
Yes.
Okay, good. I didn't know if you were okay. I kind of that's what I meant to say. So I didn't know if you were. I don't know why you'd have fake gold. Okay, I don't know what it was. Okay. All right. They give you one sunstone, and it would look like. Let's see. It's got like a bunch of little like flakes in it and whatnot, and it would look like. Wait, where's the? Here we go. It would look like. Where's the right channel? Oh, nice. Right here. Okay. And there you go. Okay. All right. All right. Would you go anywhere else, or is there anything else you do around here, or no?
One second. For context, the sunstone Snowcap was talking about was it's just calcite. It
Okay, so the soulstone is a thing in D&D, so I assume you were gonna use that. It's a type of feldspar. Okay, yeah, I'd say there would be calcite. Yeah, you would have seen calcite, I'd say. That would also have been a thing.
Yeah, it can be used like this. Fun fact.
Okay, is that what you were in? I'd say you could have also bought like I would have said like you probably would have like at that point like reasonably seen like labeled calcite.
Yeah,
you might not
just
know
like
what you'd be looking for.
A decent, just like I don't know, just like a small square of calcite or rectangle of calcite.
Okay. Would you intend to buy that as well, or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that'd be like 5 gold. Wait, actually no. I'm overselling it. Here, like 2 gold. Calcite's easy to get, but not that
Yeah.
easy, which is why we don't charge it that. If you see my
Snowcap
cat,
pays
let
that
me
too.
know.
I'll look for it.
I need my
And-
cat. It's so sad.
Yeah, Snowcap will lead, kind of following the wall south, to try to find the curios.
Yeah, you see, I'd say you find Mercurio. Roll a 1d10 for me.
1.
Okay. A cloaked figure seems to kind of move out and accidentally walks into you. They're quite larger than you. I'd like you to roll to prevent, I guess, being like fully, thrown down to the ground. Roll a dex saving throw.
24.
You seem to. You don't take any damage. You manage to just like kind of get your grip and stand back up and kind of not even like fall down. Like you kind of veered back with your hands kind of falling, but you kind of then got your grip and stood back up. They kind of move a little bit back. Roll a perception check.
20.
The person seems to be a Goliath. You can see their gray face, their large stature. They're clearly wearing a cloak to kind of lessen the fact and kind of, trying to stoop down to kind of hide that they're a Goliath. But that's not the only thing you notice. You can see that they have clearly blue eyes, like glowing, like wintry, light blue eyes. Similar, very similar to that Myrmophodon you guys encountered in Furis.
Snowcap just enters the shop.
Okay. All right. This would be like good. This would have happened like 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes. This would have happened like before you reached the shop by a bit. To be clear.
Yeah.
This would happen not far after your way out of there, but yeah. And they then quickly kind of move out of your way and run. Like they keep going. They don't even apologize. Okay, you manage to get to the shop. It's a big shop, full of all sorts of things. They seem to have a variety of magic items, at least what you think are magic items. They have less crystals and things, certainly. And they just seem to have a variety of both adventuring supplies, as well as like decorative sculptures, and a lot of just interesting things.
Yeah, I want to look at the interesting things.
There's also
I think.
Okay, go for it. You'd see different. There's a section for like magic weapons. You see some armor. You'd see there's one thing that you kind of see in it very early on, like practically in the window, which appears to be, I'll post it. It looks like this big jug that, for whatever reason, seems to have like a bunch of corks in it. Here, I'll post it in a second. This.
Huh.
You kind of move around and kind of look at different things. There's all sorts of different items that look of interest. There's a couple people kind of looking around at one thing, which seems to be these like you're not sure exactly what they are. You think it might be like some type of weird cup or goblet holders. But as you look closer, they look like something you might be able to swindle on your arms or something. You're not exactly clear what they are, but several people are looking at something that looks like this. Then you see someone, a grouping of people kind of walk in, and they look like they might work there, and they seem to be like bringing in some long, elongated but not too large crate, which looks like, and a bunch of people seem to look at it and get hyped, and you hear whispers of, "Oh my god, is that a new thing? Oh my god, is that what they found in out west?" And you keep hearing people kind of murmur about this thing that's being brought in, and you start to hear something like, "Is that what they found under Vetberg, or made from that? Is that using the parts? Oh my, wow! Is that wow? To think, is that legal? Huh?" And you just hear a bunch of people kind of murmur and say things as they look at this long crate that's being moved to the back.
Could you pause for a second? It's because I'm looking at a map.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I found it. Never mind. Continue.
Yeah. And then you see a person, I guess a human or so, behind the behind this vent, I guess the behind a bar or whatever you want to say. Okay, folks, hey, quiet down. We'll reveal the item in like, you need like 40 minutes. It'll be less than that, actually. Okay, give us like 7 minutes and we'll have it out. Our price range is going to be reasonable. Yeah, that. And then they kind of just seem to awkwardly kind of get back to what they're doing. You kind of thought they'd give more indication into what it was, but they didn't. It seems kind of weird, as if they just assume people to know what it was.
What?
And you can see.
Okay, continue.
You could see some like groups kind of in the way back, kind of move in, and it looks to be that like, with your passive perception really high, I'd say you do see them open the crate and start to bring it to a back room, but you do manage to get a glimpse into it. And I'd like you to roll, in addition to make this a little more fair, I'd like you to roll a perception check with advantage.
Okay. 27.
Okay, you get a glimpse of what that item was. And you don't fully see everything, but you see enough to kind of get an idea of what it was. And you're a little confused at first, but it was definitely something really interesting looking. And it seemed to be, from what you saw from the angle, something that appeared to be this. And I'd say the skull you see is large enough to be a bear skull.
Where is this?
You guys don't see
Yes,
it.
indeed.
I sent it to Anbi specifically.
No,
I
cap
guess
is-
I could. Actually, I'll let Anbi decide.
Share
Do
with the
you want me to
class.
post
Share
it?
with the
Okay,
class.
sure. Oh, wrong thing.
So, Snowcap is gonna inquire about the jug first with the shopkeeper.
Okay, let me see if I can get an image of a shopkeeper up real quick. Be a good one. You know what? This works. You see this guy, and he looks at you, and you look at him. You wanted to... Oh, a jug? Was that it? Oh, bad. Yeah, it's an alchemy jug. You know what those do?
No, what did he do?
You could just take any... There's these really cool things. We get them from way down south. I think they make them in Malset or something like that. But they, you can take any cork out, and a liquid associated with that cork will come out. Like you can get wine, you can get honey, you can get bile. I think you can get bile. And a bunch of other fluids. If you need wine, you got your wine. If you need your honey, you got your honey. If you need your like bile or water, you got that too. It's pretty good. Really cool thing. Very, very useful item, I'd say.
Is it an infinite amount or is it finite?
Well, some people claim it's an infinite amount. I'd say not really. Kind of depends who you're talking to. I'm in the framework that you can get like most things you can get about a gallon at a time of substance. That's my framework of it. Actually, I've used these things before. I'd say about a gallon of, not all for all of it. Like, if you want to get like, some snake venom out of it, you want to get like a half an ounce or something. But if you want to get like, I have to say this in quiet, but mayonnaise, you can get about like a good 2 gallons of that substance. Again, the mayonnaise is not a. If you're from here, there's a whole history of mayonnaise in the library. It's a forbidden topic. But yeah, if you want to get vinegar, you can get like 2 gallons of vinegar.
Is it per like day, or is it like that's it forever, or is there a way to refill?
Oh no, let me just check. He pulls up a little like scroll of a bunch of things on it that looks like it's kind of like some odd notes they had written. Yeah, it's I think it's per day, yeah. Yeah, it's like if we can get a gallon of bile, a gallon of wine, about 12 gallons of salt water per day, like about 8 gallons of water, 2 gallons of vinegar, like a quart of oil, and 2 gallons of forbidden substance, about a gallon of honey, 4 gallons of beer, about 8 ounces of, is this citric acid? No, it's hydro something acid, I don't know. And then like about a half ounce of snake venom.
How much for it?
Let me check my registry real quick. They seem to kind of take their time checking something. Let me which is meta-wise me doing so. Yeah, I can get you for 200 gold. Actually, let me see if I can get a better image for what I want this guy to look like.
Also, what's so special about the new item?
Actually, you know what? Screw it. He's gonna look like this. So about the new item, we probably shouldn't talk about the new item. It's not the most to be quiet about it. It's it's part of one. It's they've found some adventurers found portions of a bear named Skunky, and this is its skull, which has been expertly crafted onto a crossbow, and it enhances the powers significantly, and it's been specialized to fire 2 bolts at once. Wacky shit. We're not. This shit's supposed to go to our honestly, to the probably to the Jarl, but we managed to get it. So just be quiet about it, okay? I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but you look trustful. I trust Harringons.
Sure.
But yeah. Is it problematic? Oh no, you're gonna get me on that. Sorry.
No.
I think okay, good. It's true. Okay, good. So Harringons are trustful. Okay, good. Yeah, no, I read in a book once, twice, 18 times, 27 times I read that in a book. Whatever. You get point. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, but you want the alchemy jug?
Yes. Also, what's the going price for it? Out of curiosity.
19,000 gold.
I'll just take the alchemy jug.
Yeah, and that depends on circumstance, but yeah. Okay. So you exchange for 200 gold, and then he kind of grabs up the thing, and you think he kind of handles it. It's a decent sized jug. You can carry it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I get the shopkeeper's name at all?
I'd say that they introduce themselves as where's the thing? I'd say they'd say, yeah, I'm Hastine the Seventh. Yeah, they'd say so you would know their name is Hastine the Seventh. So I'll write that down right here. Hastine the Seventh. Okay, but yeah. Right. So you managed to get a wonderful jug of sorts. By the way, we kind of could have had a break about like 45 minutes ago. Or actually, I'm sorry, actually 35 minutes ago. Did people want to do that, or are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, because we'll be going in over like 30 or 40 minutes, probably.
Okay. I mean, up to y'all. At 8:30 my time, 9:30 your time, I'm getting a call back.
Okay. Right. Probably be ending 9:30 anyway.
I should say, after that exchange, Snowcap is gonna probably head towards the river and follow it to the bridge.
Okay. Alright. If you do that, you would end up seeing the Temple of Mimir, which is a quite nice temple, and there'll be some statues near it of a god that you've heard of known as Mimir, which is some depicted with him being kind of part of a tree, others depicted as just a head, with some of them have a bit of scalp missing on the head, others have the head have horns, others the head's on a body, but it seems to all be different depictions of the god Mimir. They're all along this interesting temple of sorts. And you talk with that, and you see the fishmongery of down the river and some taverns, and you see more of those hunter-type folks, are floating like what looks like tusks and other stuff from a boat. And given your experience, and you've definitely hunted or at least been near mammoths before, the tusks that you see, some of them look a little off. I'd like you to roll a nature check for me.
Okay. 20.
These look a little different in shape, in ways that remind you a little closer. And not to say you've seen that many, so you're not 100% sure on this, but given what you understand, they kind of remind you something closer to what Jebabu's tusks look like as compared to like a normal mammoth, which isn't that much of a difference, but it's subtle enough that you kind of just barely picking up on it, and it throws you off. Like you think that makes sense to you. Like they look a little more similar to Jebabu's, not specifically Jebabu's, but they look like something that might maybe a Mammathodon might have rather than just a normal mammoth, given the size, shape, and angling of them, and plus some of them seem to have incisions on them, like little marks, like scrimshaw, and some with like little extra details and things that you don't think a normal mammoth would probably have on them. As you kind of look and see more of people offloading like these from a boat. Okay, and as you continue on the from the bridge onto the library.
Yeah. I quickly check out the feeder because I saw that the feeder is near the library, is somewhere in the library area from the Jeffrey poster.
Okay. Normless question. Would you have ever gone to the library given your options and circumstances?
Yeah, at some point I would have.
Okay, roll a 1d4.
Great.
You say you got a free?
I didn't say
Or you say
a
yes?
word. I said
I
alright.
thought you said so. Okay, I was. Okay.
That's a 1.
All right. I'd say that you had successfully done some of the shopping you needed earlier, and now you're on your way to see the botanist or whatever other things you need in the library. In Snowcap, you would see that ahead of you, kind of entering the library, is Normless. Okay. I assume you would continue on to the library. Okay. Snowcap.
Yep.
One thing Normless would have probably told you, and this probably would have happened like as you arrived. It didn't really go into detail on this. Is like you're not really supposed to be like having weapons clearly shown like off in like the premises of a library. Like you're kind of supposed to keep it down low. So like if you're wearing your like bow on your back, you probably would want to hide that in some way. I'd say that you probably would have put like a cape on or something to exit the building, and
Yeah.
would have stuck by Normless to be extra sure. But on your own, something like that would probably be kind of more obvious. So what do you do anything to hide your bow in any meaningful way?
It's probably just going to be kind of like more under my clothes.
Do you think that okay? It'd be a little awkward to walk. I think it's feasible. I'd say that given like you probably have high enough dexterity to like manage that. It'd be a little awkward, but you could probably do it. Could you do? So given that might change the way your posture, the way you walk a little bit. And also it's not a small bow.
They have strung this bow themselves. There's nothing to stop them from separating the string from the bow to make it easier to transport.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Wait a second. I'm trying to remember what. Oh yeah, because you're attuned to the other things. You can safely do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you weren't, your hands would, get mega frostbite and fall off or something. Okay. All right. Okay, there's guards at the front. I'd say that they kind of saw Normless, so they didn't really pay much attention to you last time. You see them kind of look at you. You were with Normless earlier, right?
Yep.
You entered the library.
Yes.
Okay. Any particular places any particular reason?
So one,
you have to have a reason to enter.
Ian, can you like move the it's covering the text.
Oh my god, you're right.
I want to go check out the theater as well. I want to check out the theater as well as head to the main library to meet up with Normless.
Talk to him. He was heading to the university, but whatever. He probably, easy as aware. Okay, I'll let you in. And so the guards let you in. And you kind of go back to the library. Now, the main things about this area is there is nice, but perhaps monoculture, so therefore kind of cringe, grass present within the area, whereas there's not a lot of grass, consistent grass around the settlement. Well, you don't really know, you haven't looked past the walls. so you don't know the full extent of the deforestation. You haven't noticed that yet because you can't see that over the walls. But there hasn't been a lot of green here generally, other than like the fields, the farmland that's in the city. Which is not actually, I say actually it's getting close. It's like late fall, so there wouldn't be too much of that actually at this point, or maybe the harvest has already happened mostly. I say late fall actually. It's probably mid fall. What am I saying? But yeah, okay. But you kind of walk a bit. Do you head straight to the theater, or do you walk through the primary library first, which is probably closest to you?
I go to the theater first.
Okay, right. Okay. All right. So you head to that. Okay. Golier, you're still here, correct?
Yep.
You want okay, so I'm going to jump to you real quick. All right. So you would have gone back to Hastings and got your knives. Once you've done that, I'd say you definitely would have lost the person you're trying to track, at least for a little while.
Yes.
Where do you head next?
That's a good question. I would like a clarifying question. I made a stealth check originally, not a tracking check. Is it possible for me to make a tracking check?
I didn't even think about that. I think that's fair.
Okay. Because I know that I probably wouldn't be able to keep myself hidden, but I do wonder if after they disappeared, if I'd be able to try to follow their trail.
Yeah, I'm not gonna retcon Snowcap walking into them by accident, but I'd say that you'd still potentially track them maybe after that. Maybe you notice it and Snowcap doesn't notice. Well, Snowcap probably would notice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not asking for a retcon or anything, just saying like after the fact. So
go for it. I think it's fair. Yeah, I'd say you could try that.
I mean, it's not if you. Yeah, sorry. If you retcon, it's not the biggest deal because Snowcap didn't care anyway.
Yeah, I mean, but the only reason we want to retcon is if you think that if Snowcap saw Golier, they wouldn't like. I say, yeah, it's fair to say Snowcap could have seen Golier in the distance. That's all.
Okay, I think as long as that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's fine. Or you mean unless you meant Snowcap?
I know what I should have done. I completely forgot I could do that.
I don't care.
For your tracking, which would be survival, by the way.
Yes. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to burn some boom points to roll this one as well. Let's figure out what it is. That's a 15. If I burn a boom point to re-roll it, is it with advantage, or do I have to just use the new roll?
Honestly, I'll say if you do 1, you have to use a new roll, but if you do 2, it'll be advantage, and I'll give you like a +1 or +2 to it. I think it's +2.
Okay. Cool. I haven't used a lot of my boom points, so
yeah, I don't really do a consistent. There's reasons why it's like I've had both consistent ways to do in the past and then inconsistent ways, kind of going back and forth, and I'm kind of happy with that.
Okay. Okay, cool. I should have put up Braid of Castigation on him. I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay, I'm gonna reroll this tracking check. And I just burned 2 boom points, bringing me down to 27.
Okay. So what's the new roll?
The second one's a 13, so the 15's higher.
Okay. I'd say that initially you kind of lose cape of them, but due to them running into someone, they kind of slow down a little bit. Eventually, you kind of do manage to see them again. I'd say somewhere probably towards this part of town.
Got it. I'm gonna do something that might be really, really stupid. Let me verify that this is in fact how this works. Okay. I am going to draw my cross. How far am I away from him?
I'd say right now you probably would be like, given your lucky circumstance where you finally met up with him, I'd say you're 35 feet away.
35 feet? Perfect.
Yeah, with other people in that, like, nearby.
Okay.
You're not alone in an alleyway or anything like that.
Okay. I will... Is it possible to get up to a rooftop?
I'd say it's not impossible. Yeah, you could either, like, I'd say that you can see, like, every now and... I'd say there's... There's not like clear I'd say you see a chimney sweeper nearby with a ladder. I'd also say that it'd be feasibly possible, albeit difficult, but possible to parkour up to a rooftop.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the acrobatics check. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
And
that's better. That is a 19.
Okay. Are you trying to hide that you're doing this?
Yeah, should I roll a stealth as well?
Yeah. I'd say that you would get to a side alley or somewhere and just try to, wait out when someone, to make sure you get a good time when people aren't, obviously looking around that direction.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a 14 on stealth.
Someone might have seen you. I'm not sure if the person you're tracking probably didn't see you. You didn't make a lot of noise.
Okay.
But probably it's entirely likely that some people did see you.
Okay.
Now, if they call you out, that's a whole thing. But that hasn't happened yet. No one immediately pointed to you or anything. So you're good right now. Albeit there is likely someone who saw you.
Okay, but I am considered stealthed as far as my target is.
Yes, I'd say so.
Perfect. All right. I'm going to activate. If possible, I'm going to activate my Crimson Right on my weapon, on my crossbow, and then I'm going to. Would this attack be at advantage because I'm stealthed? You can say no.
Let me think. Well, the thing is, you're stealthed in regard to that one person. Let's see what your classes are.
Blood Hunter Wizard.
You spent some boot points earlier. I'm fine with having it be. Yeah, we can say advantage for time being for this.
Cool.
That won't necessarily lead up to scrutiny always, but for this case, given circumstances, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Plus, you have a higher ground on them, so I think it's fair.
Okay.
Within the context.
Does a 22 hit this individual?
Yes. What were you trying to hit them?
Doesn't matter where. I just need to hit them.
Okay. I didn't know if you're trying to hit them in the leg to slow them down or something.
Nope. Nothing like that.
Okay. And so,
all right.
Okay.
I'm going to roll damage on it in a second. But the main purpose of this is I am going to activate my Brand of Castigation, which is whenever I damage a creature with a weapon with an active right, I can expend a charge to sear an arcane brand into that creature. The brand has the following effects. I always know the direction of that branded creature as long as it's on the same plane as me. And the other thing doesn't matter because we're not actively fighting it. But the brand lasts until I dismiss it, apply a brand to another creature, or is dispelled with the dispel magic of level 4 or higher.
Okay, and just so I make sure, was there something about you so they can't just get rid of it? Did you say, is there anything about tracking in regard to that? Do you know where they are or no?
I always know their direction as long as I'm on the same plane as them.
Okay, good. So you know their direction, okay. But not for distance from you, just the direction.
Nope, just direction.
Okay.
Perfect.
So as you fire your arrow, I'd say you can roll the damage, but I'm assuming you probably get okayish damage. You get some damage. Is my point.
Yeah, the damage though doesn't matter. It's just I rolled 9 total, but it doesn't matter.
That's my point for you saying that. So they clearly react to being shot, and someone next to him looks, "Sir, look! Ah!" And they look a little unnerved that they've been shot. They look around. Roll stealth.
Got it, will do. I will immediately duck back into cover. Wait. That's a 12. For the record, I have a +9 to stealth. That's a 12.
Okay. I'd say their eyes meet yours, and other people see you. 14 was some people might see, but most people don't.
Yeah,
12,
no,
12
Yeah,
a
not much to
large
do in
amount of
that
people are going to see
situation.
you. Someone get a guard! There's a crossbow person! Oh no! They're going to kill and eat us with their crossbow bolts. What do we do? And you see like a couple people start to panic.
He's gonna sigh for a very brief period. How much chaos do I cause? Scale 1 to 10, guys.
Roll 1d10.
Don't do now. I'll say it's like 5. Like there's not that many people in this particular like alleyway.
That's
So I
some
shouldn't.
chaos.
So I shouldn't cause
But
too much chaos.
There are a handful of people that are panicking. Someone called a guard, like is yelling for a guard, but there's not like no one's going to be like trampled in like a mass of people running away or anything like that.
Okay, I won't cause
I rolled-
more chaos just yet. then.
Yeah. No, like people, like there's some people
Oh.
freaking out, and it's spreading over time, but there is no immediate like rush of people that's like causing like unintended death or like harm.
Okay. She will smile once the person's eyes meet hers and nod. And then she will slink back away if he doesn't pursue her.
They do not. They kind of look to you, and you get an unclear idea. It looks like they're trying to like get a really good look at you to like like as if they have intention on trying to maybe go after you later or something. But it's clear they don't. They decide not to rush you now because you're on a roof. You're shot, and they were trying to keep low at the first place. So you've already inconvenienced them in keeping low because people are noticing them because they got shot. Someone next to them starts to talk to them, and then they kind of say something to them and start to move away, and a couple people follow them out of concern for them, and then you kind of lose like line of sight with them.
Okay. As he does so, just give them a wink and a smile. Before he does so, can I make an insight check to see if he understands what just happened to him, or if he just thinks he just got shot?
Yeah, go for it. Actually, I'm gonna. Oh.
Such rolls today. That's a 13.
You weren't sure.
Okay. I figured. All right, and with that, I'll slink back to the library, and I'll let
people are pointing at you. There are at least a handful of people that are like, if you didn't like, are pointing in your direction, and someone's still trying to call a guard, and not doing it really successfully, but they're doing it.
She will flip up her hood, and she'll attempt to lose the crowd.
You're on a building. You could jump to other buildings and whatnot, and if you move over to a different place, like the next alley over might not have. Have a full understanding what happened.
Cool, perfect. You want me to roll anything for that?
Given the nature of walking on like roofs and things, how about acrobatics?
Okay.
If you roll like a nat 1, you're sliding down. It's like first, and like you're falling off of the roof if you roll a nat 1.
Thankfully, I did not do that. I got a 21.
Okay, you managed to do this very well. I'd say you get farther away than you even intended to, doing like a jump at some point. And so you guys you're probably around here, and now I'd say you managed to get over here, and not just here. You managed to get all the way over here. But yeah, okay, all right,
awesome.
Okay. And what? Just for the sake of things, where would you be heading next?
Back to the library. I have caused too many problems.
Alright, so you head back to the library. Alright. Now I'd say that all 3 of you are somewhere in the library complex. One of you is, Snowcap, you are by the theater. Which is not ongoing a particular show at the moment, but it is open for viewing if you want to look at the building.
Yeah.
Norlis, I'd say that you are in the depending on where you want to be, I'd say you probably already talked about botanist now, and now you're in the main library, probably looking for books for Abaddon.
I was about to say that exact thing, yeah.
Yep. And Golier, you have reached the gate entrance to the library. You were with Normalist, weren't you? Whoever you are. What's your purpose in the library?
I need to speak with him urgently. Has Snowcap come back as well?
The
rabbit.
The Herringon? The Baringon? Baragon?
The Herringon, yes.
Okay, some people call them Barangons up here, but some people say Herringons, the whole thing. It's actually more of a particular accent, maybe more of a south from here, Barangons, a thing, you know? Actually, that was a joke, haha, it's Herringon up here. Barangon is what they call them in the fucking Alton Kingdom, fuck those guys. Anyway, yeah, continue on, that's fine. I mean, yeah.
Do you know where Norlis might be?
Hit the guard with, Ashley, can you show me the way to HR? I need to talk about your conduct.
Yeah. So wait, I got thrown off because of that. Golir, what did you say you were doing? Where did you say we were heading to? Or what did you say?
She asked him where Norlis was.
They mentioned something about checking the college earlier, but also they were going to the main library later. They probably are already in the library by now.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much.
Right there, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. You're God sent. I will see you. And she kind of...
Which god?
Hell, sweetie. And then she kind of nods and just skips away happily.
Okay, as you move away, the person looks like thrown off and looks like kind of like utterly spooked that you said that of all the options. Like, and their buddy next to them is unsure to chuckle or if to like look aghast, because it's not like hell's not an evil god per se, albeit some people argue they are. But they're definitely like a kind of spooky one, and so with you saying that is like saying is kind of like, you know, your funeral soon, but in a good way, which is kind of spooky to people. So yeah, you enter the complex. All right, Normalist.
Hi.
There are you are extremely proficient at your current task at hand.
Yeah.
You have acquired several books, of which I'll probably give you names soon. I meant to send some earlier, but I got excited. I had some other things I need to do.
That's fine.
So I'd say you would have probably acquired at least one book for each of the things you're looking for.
Cool.
Is that fair, or do you want to get more than one for each?
No, that's fine.
I didn't know you might want to get more than one books on spirituality. I get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I'd say like 2 books on spirituality and then 1 for all the other things. Okay.
Yep.
Right. And at this point, I'd say that you are kind of, you know, pretty good at things. You've met with some other librarians here. Not by purpose, but by happenstance. And as you're walking through, you see Golier, who seems to kind of, you know, like, and it happens out of the blue. It's like, you know, not the most like expected thing, but they kind of just like you turn a corner through like through a hall full of books and immediately see Golier kind of walking towards you at a reasonable pace. What occurs?
Accomplished everything you needed to.
That and more?
Excellent. I
She
believe I've
kinda-
wrapped up my tasks as well.
Good. I fear I have something you might want to hear.
No, elucidate me.
Where's Snowcap?
Not certain. I can attempt to message them.
Please do.
I cast message, which has a range of 120 feet. Does it reach Snowcap from? Where would I be? I'd be in the primary library.
Yeah, that's like it's the primary library is a big building. Like 120 feet might still be in that building, but probably towards the edge end of it. Snowcap, I would like you to roll a 1d10.
Okay, 1d10. 3.
So, would you have checked out the the theater, and then like went and gone to the main library, or would you stay in the main theater and just wait for Nornus to eventually find you there?
I probably would have went to the main library.
Okay.
The
In that case,
consensus
I'd say
was, for people who have forgotten, was that we were going to meet back up on the bridge along with Ufam when we were all done our tasks.
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
Snowcap
let
wanted
me
to check out the
rephrase
library,
it then.
too.
That would you go to the bridge, or a different portion of the library, or just stay and for some reason wait for Nornus to just by happenstance think you're in the theater?
Snowcap would have gone to the library because Snowcap wanted to check out the library anyways.
Okay. Well, keep in mind though, okay. Albeit there's multiple different library related things. But
I'm talking about the main library.
Yeah. I just realized I screwed up my plan for one of the things here. Why do I have a whole thing for non-magical school? Whatever. Okay. But yeah, okay. Okay, so you're looking through the halls, and I'd say you do hear the message, Snowcap.
Mr. Snowcap, are you close enough that you can hear this? Miss Golia needs to speak to the two of us apparently.
Okay, where are you?
I'll send another message. Meet us out front of the building. We'll catch up with you right there. This building's too large to tell you specifically where I am.
Snowcap goes to the front of the building then.
Okay, roll a 1d10 Snowcap.
5.
Okay, flip a coin. Heads or tails?
Okay. Okay. Heads.
Okay. You manage to move through the library without running into anyone super strange, and get to your assumed destination quickly. And do haste.
Du hast.
Oh, du hast. That's a good song.
Hast mich.
It's just German.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I know a song with that. Okay, I was dumb. A really dumb statement of me then. Okay, obviously that's not the name of a song. I just know it's a lyric of a song, which is also a common phrase in German. I just assumed you're referring to that for some bizarre reason.
Nope.
Okay. Regardless, you guys all mean to meet at the bridge, and I'd say by happenstance, the Centaur is actually relatively close by. They were in the library a little bit and had probably done some other things. They have some bags on them. They clearly bought some things, and also, I'd say they probably didn't come from the library. They probably came from the city. But yeah, they do have some bags of them. They clearly bought some things or obtained some things somehow or another, and are also on the bridge.
Alright, so, cool. Hello, Mr. Pam. I don't know if they need to be a part of the conversation or not, Miss Golia, but everyone who we travel with is here. What's up?
She kind of sighs for a second, and like minorly twirling her dagger, and then I'm going to wait. Let me check my cantrip list.
You take
I
3
do have
attacks at
Oh,
Nornless.
also Claire is here too. Claire has been with Nornless the entire time.
Oh, cool.
She how if I cast minor illusion, how like
How big?
yeah, not even how big, just how like detailed can it be?
I feel like it specifies.
Well,
Yeah, I think.
Minor illusion is
But-
detailed, but it can't make actions. It can't move. It can't. It's essentially just a still image.
But
Yeah.
I can't make
Wait,
a
is
still
it really?
image of a person.
I thought so.
Wait a second. Minor illusion, I thought could do something. I thought it could make something that's. I thought it could make smoke or like a movement. Wait, let me check.
It can do. Well, yeah, the sound and the image are like two separate things. That's like two separate castings. I'm just talking about for the image. Can I? It says,
But can it move in some way? That's the thing. I thought it could.
I don't want to make it move anything. I just want to display an image of a person.
Well, that's the thing. I
fairly
don't
sure
think
you
it
can
can't.
do that.
It's a 5 foot. Oh, it's 5. Oh, I thought it was like. Okay, I thought it was like a foot cube. It's a 5 foot cube, so you could technically do that. Just a short person.
Yeah, it would be a smaller version, obviously. Okay, cool.
it could be a person hunched over.
She kind of spins her daggers for a second, and a few sigils kind of pop up. One appears on the ground, and the image of the Goliath, if you want to send it Ian or I can, appears standing on the ground. Obviously, it's not up to scale, but does anybody recognize this individual?
Oh,
You're
I
up.
ran into that person.
I do not know this man. Unless Ian says otherwise.
You would not. You would not. You would know that the necklace they have is relative to the Beastmate clan, but that's about it. That you know they're Goliath, obviously. That's it.
Yep, that's okay.
Well,
Nope, that's okay.
I'll be okay. I mean, you might pick up on the blue eyes, but you wouldn't know who it is.
He kind of nods for a second. I know him. We have a friend in common. She says friend very, very, like, she places, like, sarcastic emphasis on that.
Hmm.
Do we know this friend?
Everyone knows this friend. My question is, what would Dorak's interest in this town be?
I can think of a few.
There's a feeder. There's a feeder here. There's a play in 2 days. Maybe he wants to see the play.
I've known that man for a long time, and unless something has changed dramatically, he's not the play type.
Well, Oscarval boasts the greatest library of all the lands. That's and even if people were not to know it directly, it would be safe to assume that there is likely a Verk fairy hidden within. That being said, I'd estimate they're curious about the Scalp-bound book, which possesses information beyond normal knowing capacity. That's one such reason.
Does
The
anybody-
other. Oh, so go on.
No, you're good.
The other thing you could say, Norlis, is people. A common viewpoint is that there's the belief that your clan holds the Eye of Mimir, which you would know is not a real
Yeah, I know.
fairy.
I'm aware.
Okay.
But I'm leaving it at that for the time being.
I don't think I've spoken that word in like 200 days or something.
Yeah, no, it's
maybe
been,
more.
it's been a minute.
That's the main reason I want to say it.
Yep. That's my estimation.
And if he got hold of either of these items, scale of 1 to 10, how bad would it be?
I didn't mention the second item. That was not a
it-
character.
That was me. Sorry. Yeah.
No, I'm
Sorry.
just clarifying. It could be detrimental to any handful of people, but information is only information. Helpful if you know what to do with it.
A learned
Oh, sorry.
doctor could not do anything with the skills that the book might teach you about metalworking, and inversely as well. So while it could teach you many things, tell you many things, without the skill to deploy it, it's only so useful. And incidentally, the library has a little bit of a mind of its own. It's been around many, 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 many years. There's a magic about it. Whether it's intentional or it's coincidental through its many years, it does not let certain things be found unless it wishes for them to be found.
So that's good news for us for the most part. Now the question is, does he know this? And if he does, why would he send someone out here?
Yeah.
I'm not certain. I don't know how well known this fairy is. The only reason I know so much about it is I was one of the lucky few graced.
You never mentioned you had a pet library. You just mentioned you had a library.
Huh?
So this library, you said this library is living, correct?
No, you said it has a mind. It has a mind of its own.
Or yeah, a mind of its own, correct?
Yes, that's an assumption. It's a wives' tale, if you would. But I believe it.
Fair enough. Well, good news, bad news. Good news is I can track him. Somewhat. The bad news is I may have caused a bit of a commotion in the town square. Alleyway? Somewhere. I wasn't paying attention to where I was.
Right.
Oh, so that thing I heard about the people saying there was a crossbow bolt shooter person nearby, and that was you? Oh no. Sorry. That's certainly not you, because you certainly wouldn't have said that, because that's not you. Haha.
Mhm.
That's what Centaur would say.
Yeah.
Who left a call?
Yeah, who left a call?
Wait, I think check.
Garconia.
Oh, that was definitely they dropped and didn't leave, unless they sent a message right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they did say they had to leave because of a thing. I guess it was. Oh yeah.
I don't know if they would. We were literally just having a conversation. I wanted to call that they
Oh.
accidentally like disconnected or were having internet
Yeah,
problems.
they did say the call was at 9:30. Yeah.
I feel like they would have said
Honestly,
something.
Are you guys cool ending right here?
Before that,
Yep.
Snowcap wants to ask Norris a question.
Yes.
So you say the library has a mind of its own. Is the library single?
No, it is many.
Not what I'm asking.
He's looking at you, deadpan. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not on my computer right now.
Ian, make a wisdom saving throw for Snowcap.
Okay.
Please. Sorry. That was rude of me.
No, it's cool. Let's see.
The head explodes.
No. Nothing so severe.
Here we go, and let's go down to
Snowclap.
Oh, you heard me say that. I don't know. Wisdom. Here we go.
Oh, they actually succeeded. You do not burst into laughter as I catch Toss's hideous laughter at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you may not date the library. It wouldn't. I don't believe you're its type.
No, it's type.
It seems like me, and you and I are very different.
Mate. A fisherman knows many fishes.
Okay. Let me just check something. All right. I'd say that you guys continue your conversation a little bit here, and we could maybe do a little bit. Actually, I don't want to say you directly leave because you guys might do some more things. But
Yeah.
would you guys mind if this be where we end off?
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a
Let's
fair
end here.
place to call it.
Because I realize Golier might have some
Yeah, no,
impact
I
in the
agree.
next little.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
100%, I agree.
Okay.
I want to continue.
Bollier said they'd be back from their call about now.
No, they said they leave their call about now. Wait, unless you wait. Actually, I'm sorry. Did they say the call is only going to be like 4 minutes long?
I don't think so, no.
They said they're gonna leave their call at like 9.
Considering it's a follow-up call, I anticipate it'll be longer than the original.
No, they said if you read the in-game chat, they said they already got their call, and I'm pretty sure it was going to take like a half hour or something, and they'd be
They got
back
a
at
call back.
Yeah, this is a second call.
With an undetermined period of how long it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they said it was. I thought they said it was going to be a half hour, but I could be wrong.
Then let's take a half-hour break.
No, we'll end.
Yeah, we're late, but
come on,
this is a good
guys.
time
Come on,
to- I
guys.
don't wanna. Yeah.
No.
Okay, you know what? I get your goal here, Abaddon, but also, I don't want to rush people here.
No, it's okay. It's okay. They don't mind. Y'all don't mind, right?
Sure.
Oh no, Cheesecake left the call. I guess we have to end.
True.
Okay, well, yeah, I was almost getting sold a little bit, but no, I think because I was like, but I'd have to rush things. What?
Okay.
Yeah, no, we will end here.
So
Stop, Cheesecake.
Oh my god.
Okay,
let's do boom points.
I've been to speak. So, with Golier leaving for the second call, you could say a second call has hit the cell tower.
That's too fast.
Alright, let's do boom points. Wait, who, what?
I removed
Wait, did
them.
they want me to jump to hidden secrets
No,
too?
I
don't know
I
what the bit was.
removed them.
That was mean. Maybe.
Nah.
Might have been.
No,
I
me
think
would have
it's
been me would have been disconnecting them. I could bring them back that way.
Well, there's not that much of a difference, like, between those two actions, but okay, regardless, let's do boom points.
I would like to give a boom point to Dre for remembering or possibly being the only person to understand my vision for how I set up the quarantine area for the Icker.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for that. I'm so, like, you and I were on the same level. I'm like, I feel like everyone's a little uncertain, but you knew exactly where it was, and I drew that thing for everyone else. So thank you for understanding my vision.
Yeah, it's
Appreciate you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask clarifying questions, but yay. Okay, who's next?
I'm giving my boom point to Jade for shooting the crossbow just in the middle of town, going full Kirk mode.
Yeah, that was wild.
Kirk mode is crazy.
That's filthy.
I was waiting to say something along those lines for a while.
That was very funny, but that's crazy.
Did Cheesecake just say Kirkenuinely? Is that what happened?
I didn't process that, but I hope they didn't. That's an zombie phrase.
I hope he did.
I thought they said that's iffy, and then I was like, wait, they didn't say that's iffy. Did they say that's Kirkenuinely? Is that what they said?
No. I said that's fucked.
That's fucked? Okay.
The day that I say whatever that fucking string of words is the same day that I get a lobotomy.
Okay.
I will never say that shit.
Well, I look forward to playing with the new you sometime.
Nope.
Cheesecake, what did you do on your turn?
Okay, Abaddon drools. Roll for Constitution.
Alright, who's next for boom points? Unless like, wait. Wait, just so. Oh yeah. Who's next for boom points?
Anyone besides me and Ambi.
Yeah. Yugtru.
I don't have one.
Okay. Javabu.
I'll give my boom point to to cheesecake for give me the berry. We like almost made it
That was
through
funny.
the session without some pointless bullshit.
But you
Thank
can't even say that. It was like one of the first things.
Yeah, it was the first thing.
I was
Well,
trying to
let's be clear.
I was trying to go quick, keep things
Uh,
short, but that was just too funny.
I went to look up like poisonous berry tundra, and I got a response. I got an answer.
Nightshade.
Yeah, it was well. I mean, maybe it's in a nightshade family potentially. What was it? It was the
It's related to wolfsbane.
yeah, the red or white baneberry.
I just wanted to give
It was
my
red.
man a few raspberries. God damn.
I don't think to be. Yeah, I don't think to be just. Well, I mean, maybe. Oh, that's not too bad. It's like it's definitely poisonous though.
Not too bad. Gives you cardiac arrest.
Yeah. I was
Well, yeah.
Gotta get over it.
All right. Abaddon or she. Your
I don't really have one.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna give one to Snowcap for the time zone thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
There was someone else I wanted to do one for. Golier's was I would have gone with give one to Golier, but I think you kind of covered it there. Um. Uh, hmm. Oh, I
I can
still want to
take.
give one to Golier for that, but you already gave everyone for that.
Yep.
I could do it. I could be niche and be like argue it for like the for the like climbing a building thing. That's kind of part of it. I'm gonna give one to Normalus for allowing me to have a greater amount of focus towards Snowcap and Golier. In the means that they kind of we worked on prior to the session. They sent all the stuff they had for me. Obviously, I've been wanting to do, and we just kind of like went with it. A lot of it didn't really need direct role play, and it allowed me to do a lot more with Golier and Snowcap in ways I probably might not have otherwise to that extent.
I
So
appreciate
yeah,
it. Thank you.
yeah.
Wasn't work on my part, but everyone
Yeah.
everyone gets the spotlight here and there. We take turns with it.
Yeah.
Shopping trip.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy with the amount of like stuff Golier was able to do this session. But yeah, okay, this is I like this session. This is a nice one. But yeah, okay. Next session will be next week. Trying to think of if there's any things coming up. I don't know when the next time we're not gonna have a session is. I'm expecting some potential for like some time in the next couple weeks or next like month or two. We'll see, but I expect there to be something in regard to me doing something like as in like a trip or something because I haven't fully formed yet. Otherwise, yeah. Trying to think of some other news I mentioned, but I think we're good. One last thing, which is I've been iffy on. I've considered the possibility of you guys' next level up being doubled, but I'm not confident if I want to do that. I think mainly if you guys like went to if like two of you went to I think like a national park unit independently and like took pictures to prove it, I think I'd definitely do that. But as of right now, I'm thinking about it and I'm not definite on doing that. But yeah,
There are
okay.
too many
Otherwise,
mosquitoes outside. I go feed the chickens outside, and I'm bombarded by like
well, you
mosquitoes.
don't have to be outside too long for the thing. You just, it has the one near you has a visitor center, I think. Yeah.
I will not
I'm
be doing
mosquito
that
repellent.
because I don't like doing that in general, and also I don't want to go get ticks and lose my ability to eat meat. So I will not
I'm
be doing
fairly
that.
confident every single one near
Alpha,
you is like in the city and not somewhere you'd see ticks, to be honest with you.
alpha gal
Ticks are
syndrome
getting
only
really bad
happen.
in my area.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I don't think you think I see ticks at like the Liberty Bell or whatever.
No. Yes.
No meat for you.
Yeah, I said national park unit, like, and when I was talking about like for Like Snowcap's one is like a presidential site, or sorry, like Ombi's one's a presidential site. And then you have like
I've
the
been to
Liberty
that
Bell
multiple times.
and like
like
Edgar Allan
already.
Poe's house. Yeah, you have.
I-
Well, you haven't been there as like a kid, I thought. Or I thought you went there like once or twice, like 2 times in like elementary school or something. Is my assumption is what you meant.
Well, yeah, but I do remember it.
Yeah, and also I guess it's more recent in time than
Also,
when I was doing things.
it's Hoover. It's Hoover. Like,
Herbert Hoover's got it's got that statue of I looked it up online. It has some statue of Isis there or something, or like some other
oh yeah,
other
it
like
does.
Egyptian god,
Yeah, it does have a side.
which is kind of cool. And there's like a you know like a prairie like a
Wait, do you know what the Hoover blanket? Do
stripped.
you know what a Hoover blanket is? Do you know what the
I don't know what the Hoover blanket.
do you know what the bonus army was?
The bonus army. I don't know what the bonus army.
Herbert Hoover was fucked. Like he attacked World War One veterans when during the Great Depression. He attacked. There was a bunch of people
Like
because of the Great Depression. World War One veterans wanted their bonus early, so they went to kind of like were protesting out of Congress. And while Congress was like deciding whether or not they would actually give it to them, Congress was waiting for giving them their bonuses early. He and his the executive branch decided to like tear gas them.
Oh. Well, that's the thing. You can go to the visitor center and be like, "Hey, can you tell me what the bonus army is? Can you give me some context on that?"
Can
And
you
then
tear gas
it's historic enough, they'll have to tell you about it. Yay!
Well, given the Trump administration, who knows?
They might. It's obscure enough. I think they might.
Just ask if they can tear gas you.
No.
Well, that's not the but that's gonna be the more like less likely thing. But
wait. Maybe that'll help with dry eyes.
I don't know.
Dry eyes? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well,
Actually,
regardless, I would stay longer, and I kind of do want to talk to people, but I also probably should eat something. So I am gonna go.
All right. Take care.